Oh man, it's one of my later shows tonight. I apologize for coming late, but I take care of some things. I thought I was going to come on in time, but things do happen, and everything's good. So, we're getting this started tonight. First of all, we had a former N.F.L. player who went at the throat of a pretty popular YouTuber around 11:30 this morning. When I got off the air, Big Money Sean hit me up the email, and I don't know what's happening with PD and OJ McDuffie, but it got pretty rough between the two. And OJ McDuffie is your typical homer for the Dolphins, and he talks like these delusional fans do. If you got nothing good to say about the team, he's one of these that will fight you back. And what's been going on is but from what I could read, people told me that the YouTuber and blogger, and he has his own show on Bleacher Report. He's been going a little hard on the team, but the one thing he is right about, and this is where OJ McDuffie blew up, was he called it like it was, straight down the middle. And he said the offense is been nothing special, but the defense have handled it. And I don't see nothing wrong with what he said. But yet, in this particular fan base down in Miami, if you're not waving the white hanky for the home team, you're an alien. You're a traitor. You're not a true fan. Let me address that first. For these dumb assholes in these Dolphin fanboy rooms who have the audacity to say that people are not real fans, you guys look like the fucking fools out here because you guys can't handle the truth about the team. Let's do the history lessons, shall we? 50 years since you won your last Super Bowl. 39 years since your last Super Bowl appearance. Okay? Follow me. Okay? Follow me. 31 years since their last AFC Championship appearance, and they haven't won a playoff game since 2000. We're going to redo that playoff game, by the way, this fall. We're going to go back and watch the Dolphins' last playoff victory, one of the great individual performances by Lamar Smith. But the bottom line is this. I have full support, and I do believe that what TD said was nothing offensive for OJ McDuffie to blow up like he did. Now, Big Money Sean told me that a lot of the fan base think that TD has been a little bit too critical of the team. I don't know why. You haven't won nothing in 50 years. There's nothing to say. The ineptitude is there. I think that TD was fair in his commentary about the offenses behind the defense. Well, OJ McDuffie just flipped on him on Twitter today. And sometimes reality got a setting for certain people. And I think for TD, exactly, Canes, I was getting ready to go there. I just feel TD went to the dark side with yours truly. That the facts are the facts and the truth is the truth. And I will say this right now for the fanboy. You better win a playoff game, because if you don't, I'll be trolling you people all winter, spring, and summer long next year. We'll have a good time doing the Dan Marino MVP dream season of 1984, which would be 40 years to the day, to the year that they went to their last Super Bowl. I mean, what can you say? I mean, I think TD was right with his commentary. TD didn't say nothing out of place. You know, while I read the comments TD said, and McDuffie went nuts, man. I mean, and I love Juice. I mean, Juice is one of the last great players that put on a Dolphin uniform in the 20th century. Okay, let's not kid ourselves here. He is. But I think Juice got to calm down a little bit. Because I remember the show called The Finsiders. And this was a decade ago, you know. And I used to listen to that show every day. Miami in the building, taking a little time out of Raw to say what's up. That's what family is all about. And if Mr. Miami just missed it, I'll say it again. We had a real flare-up today on Twitter with OJ McDuffie and TD. And I read what TD said, Miami. He just said that the defense is ahead of the offense. Your ass is coming up here tonight, Pete, so don't go away. You're going to come back and make your triumphant return in a few minutes. And that's all TD said. I read what TD said, and TD said, all I said was the defense was ahead of the offense. That's all he said. And McDuffie called him a troll and this and that. This is the bottom line. Okay, and this is for all you Dolphin guys out here. What happened? TD and OJ McDuffie went at it today on Twitter, where McDuffie blew up at TD because TD, when the quote I read, he said that the defense in camp is ahead of the offense. That's all TD said. And McDuffie lost it and went after him today. Called him a troll and all this stuff. Here's the bottom line. You know, I'm gonna bring you up to talk about it. Here's the bottom line. Okay, and this is real honesty from a 53-year Dolphin fan, not these fanboys who've never seen them win a damn thing. Okay, we know who they are. Here's the bottom line. Okay. Here's the bottom line. Win a playoff game. Okay, start there. Win a playoff game for the first time in 23 years. Nobody cares how you win it. Just win it. Just win one. Okay. I like the attitude of this team. I like the personality of this team. And this is for you, Pete. You know, that's right. Don't do those things, buddy. I don't either. I just put this show on my Twitter and Facebook account. I don't even go in there. This is what it's about, folks. Okay. This is for you, Pete. The other day, I saw Tua Tagovailoa yelling at his players after practice. I guess it was Saturday. And I'm looking at this, and I'm like, is this dude serious? Really? And here's the funny part. Those Dolphin guys, especially the linemen, who are a joke, were standing around paying attention to him. And I'm like, if I was in that huddle, I would have told Tua, look, bro, take it easy barking, because every time I see you, your ass is getting carted off, bro, to the sideline and to the locker. Pipe it down with guys who produce. If I was a receiver on that team, that's exactly what I'm talking. You know, I think Darwin Cook will end up in Miami at the end of the day. And I remember back in February, March, they had guys in that fanboy room saying, run back to room. Let me tell you, fanboy, something right now. Okay? Darwin Cook comes to Miami, those guys are not going to exist. Okay? Because Darwin Cook don't believe in sharing the rock. And he don't have to with those bums that they have in there. Omar Kelly said it best on Saturday on his show with Elaine Pupa. He would rather start Miles Gaskin right now if it was up to him. The sooner they get Darwin Cook in here, the better this team will be. Okay? Mozart, give me a goddamn break. Okay? Overall, though, from everything I'm seeing, I'm hearing, the Dolphins are having a fun camp. They're having a good camp. Let me lead this to this. I didn't comment on this the other day. I will now. I saw Stephen A. Smith, I think it was on Thursday or Friday, just a blister Mike McDaniel. And I'm going to tell you why he did that. Okay. It was out of line. He shouldn't have did that. He shouldn't have ripped McDaniel like he did, but I know why he did. Because of the history of the Dolphin buffoonery, which they do a lot of in the media. You saw Omar a week ago throw the PR and the editors under the bus, saying that they're always doctoring to his throws to make him look good. Omar did that last week to make him look good. We know what he's about. Okay. All right. Okay. We know what he's about. Okay. He's he gets the job done. I was saying this morning on my morning show that you put him on teams like the Browns, the Niners, the Seahawks, Green Bay, where else did I say? So it's Atlanta, Washington even. He will flourish. Why? Offensive line is very good for those teams. Eagles too, offensive line. Receivers are there. Running game is there. With Miami, he's suspect. Why? Running backs below. Offensive line is very, very, very suspect. Okay, and I don't want to talk about him, by the way, so I get him out of the conversation. Pete want to do it. Pete will be up in a little bit. But the Dolphins so far looking good in camp. But that blow up today, Canes is right. I agree with Canes. McDuffie went too far on TD today. That was unnecessary. I mean, TD said his opinion. TD is getting donations from all you fools out there that pay that man to go to the practices to cover the team. That's what he does. Okay. Yeah, you could come up to Coach and put in the link in. Yeah, so Miami's looking good in camp. Like I said, they should win the division. After that, I don't know. Ravens in the building. What else? Let me go look around the league. Wow. This is what we do here. About to drop the link. Okay. So, yeah, I'm trying to get this adjusted. I'm gonna drop the link in a second. Drop that link. I'm gonna talk about. Ooh. Let me drop this. All right. Let's get some guys up here. Get this kick started this evening. I want to talk about what else I want to talk about today. Who else? What the hell I'm doing? I'm doing that. I don't want to do that. Miami saying what's up to Prince. All right. Laurel's in the building. I am getting it started, bro. I like to read the news. It's not like I'm listening to sports all goddamn day, Laurel. I do have a life. But yeah, so we got that. Orioles, and I'm dropping it right now, boys. Orioles and Laurel, this fucking week, man. Orioles and Astros tomorrow night. That big free game series. I will do that series up here tomorrow night. All right, the link is dropped. You all can pop up who wants to pop up. But I found that very fascinating today that O.J. McDuffie went after TD like he did. I was taken aback by it, bro. And I've heard, me and Big Money Sean, he'll be up here later. Me and him was talking a little bit, texting each other, and I asked him the question: Do Dolphin fans feel that TD don't really like the team? He said, I think so, man. I think so. So we'll talk about that later tonight. What's up, Coach? All right, Coach and Laurel's on mute. I am excited right now. What's up, Laurel? You see they did your boys today, bro.
Hey, bro, what's up, man?
I'm good, man. They did your boys this evening on N.F.L. Network.
Hey, man, look, let me tell you something. It's a lot of excitement down here in H-Town because you know why? Because we have the hottest young coach in the league right now, and
I agree.
And I'm not gonna lie, Mace. It's a consensus around the league that CJ is probably going to be better than Bryce Young. He looks good. He looks strong. I called it last year. CJ might be a superstar, bro. That's just my opinion. But I'm not a myopic Miami Dolphins fans when y'all calling Tua a star when he got drafted. I'm going off of
I
what
was not part of that crowd. Thank you.
I didn't say you were a part of that crowd. I didn't say you were a part of that crowd. But what I'm trying to say is it's not just a hype train. The guy
What you
actually
talking about,
looked
Laura?
good, bro. What's up? What's going on, fellas? What's up? What's up with it? What's up?
Ain't nothing much, man. You got your head coach down there, man. Like you got something going on, man. You ain't on my boy.
Oh, hey, wait a minute. See, Mace got the thumbnail up. Who is this? P? Who is this?
That's Coach, man.
Yeah, that's coach. The beloved game show host, man.
Oh, okay, man.
What
Okay, what's up, man? Hey, man.
ain't nothing
What,
much, man.
I gotta ask you a question, man.
Y'all don't ask me these questions. I'm ready for them. Talk to me.
You sure you ready?
Man,
Hey, man.
hey, my
Hey, man.
leader of my team is ready to go.
If a, if a,
He
if
already
a,
said he in mid-season form. He can play 2 games in 1 game, man. He ready to run, baby. That's Michael Parsons, bro. That's the leader
all
of this
right,
team.
hold up. Let me go ahead and finish because I'm finna hand it off to you, right? I'm gonna hand it off to you. And I want to ask Mace this question before I ask you because I'm gonna give you the floor, brother. So, in the history of the NFL, right? Have
Yeah.
we ever seen a cornerback or defensive back, a guy on the opposite side of the field, ever called a leader of a team, the face of a franchise, a bitch? I think y'all got a lot more problems going on than you really think is going on right
No, we
now,
ain't
right?
got no problem.
Yeah.
No. Don't play
Hey,
that. Because
can I
no,
finish
no,
my
no,
point?
no,
Hold
no,
up.
no,
I'm
no,
One
gonna
no,
give you the
no.
down.
floor. I'm gonna give you
Don't,
the
don't,
floor.
don't,
I'm
One
gonna
don't,
give
don't,
you the
don't give
down,
me
floor.
the floor.
please.
Give me the
I'm gonna
floor. Give me
One
the
give
floor.
down.
you the floor. I'm gonna give you the
One
floor. Just
down.
let me finish. It's coming.
Good, Laura.
I'm gonna give you the floor. Have we ever? I got two questions. Have we ever seen that before? I just want you to answer these questions. Have we ever seen that before? And do you guys have problems in the locker room? There you go. You got it.
Hey, man, after the loss to the damn 49ers. No. Fuck that. Let's go back to my tweet that I've sent Michael Parsons personally. Yo, let's go back to my tweet that I sent back when we lost, when the motherfucking bitch got his ass hurt against Tampa Bay. And I said to him, and you can go check the game show host, look at the infamous tweets, and I told Michael Parsons personally, I need you to tap into the inner Ray, which is Ray Lewis, what he called himself was a nigga named Ray, and then LT when we had no quarterback and we had to play Cincinnati and we shut Cincinnati ass down. Let's move on. We know what we did after that. We won 4 straight and lost 1. We was 4-2, which saved our season. Let's go back to the beginning. Let's go back into what Michael Parsons said after the loss that, hey, we got it. Hey, we only gave up 20 points, but look like we got to do a little bit better. Let's go back until what he said when he went in the minicamp. Hold on.
You're not going to answer the question, man.
I'm answering your question. Let me finish, because I'm talking about the true leader of this team that I stated a long time ago. See, when a leader on the pecking order going on, I'm just going to tell you the pecking order. Fuck that bitch ass nigga. Now listen up here, and I'm going to finish. I'm going to ask you
So
all
you talking
question.
about, you talking about Dak? You talking about Dak or you talking about Trayvon?
I'm talking about the leader of my team that the leader of my team that sparked the mindset of what's going on. But hold on. Can I have it? Can I have it though? I'm almost done. So he came back and echoed that, hey, we got to be like the Baltimore Ravens defense over here, bro. Yeah, we got to shut folks down. So, and Michael Parsons already said it. So let's go into the fast forward to the situation. Who cares about what he said about what Trayvon said about that? Everybody in Dallas Cowboy community that is real Cowboy stomp down, realize it's been talking down on Dak, bro. I'm not a Dak guy. See, that's why I be laughing about you guys. You guys be coming at Prince Pierre. You understand me? I done been the guy that come in there and tell Dak got to do better. I don't respect the guy. So don't get mad because some guys is starting to talk like I talk in the town. Yeah, guys are starting to talk how I talk in the town, bro. That's why I love Michael Parsons, because Michael Parsons is about business. He about the true leader of this team is the defense. It might as well be the defense, because as long as the offense being the doggone leader of the team, we ain't with no damn world. So why you getting mad at defense? That's why, because you're scared. Because you know that dude is a real dude, and that dude is going to pimp, and that dude going to stand up and come around the corner and big-time, crunch-time spots and knock balls out and knock heads off. So we ain't worrying about that offense. And Mike McCarthy even stated that the defense is the leader of this team. The head coach that y'all don't respect even said that. So don't talk to me about no damn Dak Prescott, a motherfucker that we done let lead ain't doing nothing. See, the good thing about it is that might provoke him to have an MVP year, might provoke him to play better than what he is. And that's all I need. I don't give a fuck. Last time I seen fighting on the field in Dallas was in Jimmy Johnson era with motherfuckers. So I'm just waiting for some other quad to come to the town. I bet you we ain't in the squad this year. I bet you ain't no team. I bet you the Rams ain't coming over there to fuck with us. I bet you all goddamn Oxnard be clean. Ain't nobody coming. Ain't nobody trying to practice against us. We gonna beat the shit out them niggas. I'm done.
But I bet y'all worried about the Philadelphia Eagles, though. The fuck the
Rams. Before you answer that, Coach, I have one thing to say. Coach, let me answer this, please, and I'll give it all to you. I've already picked Parsons the MVP of the league this year and Dallas to win the NFC. Continue, Coach.
Man, ain't nobody worrying about a team that I swept in the COVID year. You think I worried about a team that I swept when we were trash? That I got there split? Man, get out of here, bro. Man, you better get out of here talking to me about no Eagles, man. Fuck them. That's why we mad at Dak right now. Cause that shit he did in San Francisco. Cause we done took our motherfucking ass to what's the name of that Lincoln Financial Field? We done whooped the shoes off them hoes. I want them whole ass niggas. Man, them Eagle fans ain't talking down. Eagle fans is worrying about goddamn Zach Morton, nigga. They hoping Zach don't show up.
Yeah,
Zach
I'm
gonna
gonna
be
read
where
this
he need to
tomorrow.
be.
So,
I'm
ain't
good.
against free,
Yeah,
so
they
you good.
worrying about us, nigga. I ain't worrying about nothing. That's why I be hating about you damn Houston Texas fans. The Cowboy fans don't even hate on y'all, man. Y'all hate on us, but
I'm
we
not
don't even
hating.
trip
I'm
on
asking a
y'all.
question. All right, look, I got a question, Pierceville. What you feel about
Go
the
ahead, go
Giants?
ahead, go
What,
ahead, go ahead.
what do
I
you
ain't mad
feel
at you,
about
Laura.
in your division, right? In your division, right? How do you feel about the New York Giants? What they got going on?
Man,
Y'all
we
worried
not,
about the
man,
Giants?
we gonna find out week 1 against them hoes. We gonna whip the shoes off like we always do. We done swept them hoes since 2017 to 22, bruh. They ain't won a game. 2016, they swept us. But after that year, they ain't won a game against us. They got
Hit
beat.
Hey,
that like
Now
button,
they do.
everybody. Let's
Hold
go.
on,
hey,
let me say
Coach,
this. They do got a receiver out like with the Hyatt guy, but that ain't nothing, bro.
he don't know how to run routes yet. So but basically, what you're trying to say, Prince P, is that the New York Giants is the Cowboys' bitch like they always been. I
I
mean,
always have been until they prove otherwise. Now you come down. Now we go up there and lose. You can come in here on that Tuesday, on that Monday, my bad. On that Monday and shit on me. But we gonna go up there and put 30 on them hoes. Might be goddamn Emmett's ring dance type of shit, like we did 95 against them hoes. We ain't got no women in Dallas, but we gonna whip shoes out them hoes. I ain't worried about them hoes. Shit, they can't block, man. They paid a bum. They paid a bomb. They paid a bomb left tackle. They goddamn Michael Parsons.
Okay, let me say something right here. Laurel knows how to strike it up. Look, do I think Dallas is going to win the division? Yeah, I do. Do I think Dallas is going to come out of the NFC? I do. Is it Michael Parsons' team now? It definitely is. As far as the quarterback goes, I think he'll bounce back. But the one thing they are doing to him, which other teams should do, as Iman put a bunch of looks like roaches up there to describe the Cowboys. Uh, uh, um, I just think it's Dallas's time. I do. I do. I just think it's their time.
hey yo, mate, from an outsider's perspective or whatnot, I think the
That's me.
Cowboys. I think the Cowboys and the Giants are kind of like in the same shoes and whatnot, right? They both they both
Mm-mm.
paid they both paid trash ass quarterbacks, bro. And,
So
and,
let me
that,
ask you a question. Let me ask you a
and that's
question
just
real
a
quick.
landscape. That's the
No,
landscape of
let
the
me ask
NFL.
you a question. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Do the Giants have a Michael Parsons in their defense? No, they
Uh,
don't. Do they have a Trayvon Diggs in their defense? No, they don't. Do they have the superstar receiving core that the Cowboys have?
Man,
They
nigga, the
definitely
Cowboys
don't.
got one goddamn
Yo,
receiver. That's goddamn.
dude,
Man, the Cowboys got one receiver. That's
dude.
CeeDee
I'm
Lamb.
telling you right
I
now,
mean, the
Dallas.
Houston Texans
No,
shipped
you
off
ain't
fucking
now.
Bray.
You ain't now. You ain't
Nah,
now. Because
nah,
I
bro,
done
we
heard.
shipped off, man. We shipped off Cooks because he's not as fast as he was. He's a bitch ass nigga, so don't count on
Bullshit.
him, bro. I mean, come on, bro.
Bullshit. Nah, because I got a homeboy of mine that's a Texas fan, and he don't do no shit you do.
Yo,
And
Iman,
he
why don't
just
you
said
come up
pretty
there and
much,
join this
he
conversation?
pretty much said that it is what it is, cooking still burn, but it's just y'all didn't have what y'all needed in the quarterback. And I'm not the biggest Dak fan.
Also, let me say this. Good evening to the
Go
beautiful
ahead.
Brownie Ellie in the building. As Brownie dropped by to say hello. I do agree with 305 just now. Buffalo time is up. I do agree with that. It's either
Who?
Buffalo. I think this year either they win it or they don't ever win. That window is closed
Jesus
this year.
shit. I ain't worried
Window
about
Oh,
is
it.
okay.
closed.
Hey, it doesn't really matter if Dallas come up, they do come up like that always do. Who gives a shit? But at the
You're
same
bugging a little
motherfucking
bit.
time,
There you go. You
all right.
better now.
Can you hear me
You
now?
better. Yeah, you better.
All I'm gonna say is defense-led football team. They wearing Doomsday t-shirts over there. They say they're the leaders now. So I need y'all to blame the defense. If Dallas don't blame the defense. Don't blame that, because defense took ownership of the football team. So that's what I'm talking about. So don't talk me about Dak Prescott and his bullshit. They don't get it. Let's be 100. The defense is talking shit. So come on, Lauro. Talk to me about the team that the guys that's running their fucking mouth, talking all that big ass shit is the defense.
That's what I'm talking about. That defense talking enough shit to say, Dak, shut your bitch ass up. Hey, man. Hey, I like it. I like it personally. But I don't think that's good for the locker room.
If they get them to the Super Bowl.
I don't think it's good for the locker room.
It's good for the locker room because, and fuck the locker room. We need some, because Dallas, because a couple years ago, Dallas was running bets on them motherfuckers. The defense was running bets. Talk about who's gonna score. Y'all gonna score the points. I don't give a fuck about the locker room because I don't give a fuck about that bitch ass.
Okay, here's my point.
Said hello to both of you guys.
Hello, Miss Brownie. Hey, Brown Sugar. Hey, listen. Here's my point. Right. Here's my point.
What's going on,
my point is this: Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, and those guys, right? They were now. I don't think Ed Reed was a part of it. But let's say Ray Lewis, Haloti Nada, and
you wasn't there.
A lot of those guys were like the second. Hold on, let me get it out. They were like the second or third best. Let me get it out, man. Let me get it out.
No, you're not gonna get it out. No, you're not gonna get it out.
Because he know where I'm going. He know where I'm going.
Right?
A top 5 defense of all time. They never said a bad word about Trent Dilfer, dog. They roll with him. They just said we got to go out there and do what we got to do. Now, I'm pretty sure behind closed doors, they was like,
that wasn't opening day starter. You know what the opening day starter was? That year? It was goddamn me, Banks. Tony Banks was opening day starter. They went to Trent Dilfer. So stop. Yeah, thank you. Don't talk no history. Don't talk no history with me, bro. I'm not one of these millennials. I'm a Generation S guy. So, yeah, I know what open day started was. They bitched that nigga and put in Trent Dilfer.
So when Trent Dilfer took over, right, we ain't hear none of that. They supported him. They rolled with him. And hey, man, that was a legacy, dog. Now stop acting like y'all defense or the goddamn 2001 Ravens, bro. Stop it, man. Y'all not that. Y'all not that.
I ain't saying we that. And that ain't what I'm talking about. So defense said that the damn so start shitting on that nigga. You can't talk about that no more. That is done with your conversation. The leader of the team is goddamn Michael Parsons. So hold him accountable, nigga. You can't because you know we great. So stop it. Man, I already said I want Super Bowl this town, nigga. My life is set. The guy already said, you don't want to talk about guys that's talking shit, though. You want to talk about a quiet motherfucker ain't said shit. I'm not lying with that no more. I don't want nothing no back, bro. Talk about the goddamn Cowboys that's running their fucking mouth, my niggas. Fuck that. It ain't about no diss talk. It ain't about no diss talk. I'm just giving you, what's going on in my time.
Hey, Mace, I knew what I was doing. I knew what I was doing when I.
You ain't doing nothing to me. You ain't doing nothing to me, bro. You ain't doing nothing to me, bro.
I knew what topic. I knew what topic I was bringing up because I know how Cowboy fans feel. They feel like, how the fuck we get this motherfucker $40 million a year? Hey, I get it, bro. I get it. I know how y'all feel because y'all shouldn't have did it. Jared didn't even want to do it. Jerry didn't want to do it. I know how y'all feel. That's all what I'm saying, bro. I ain't tripping.
Coach your boy again.
Then what happened was, hold on, let me say this, and I'm done. Because Dallas in that I forgot what year it was. The Eagles took the guy. They was gonna draft that motherfucker, but the Eagles took him. Jalen Hurts. Oh, Dallas was gonna draft his ass. Smart by the goddamn Eagles. Eagles been doing that for a couple years before then. Taking the damn tight end down because of stupid ass Jason Witten on everybody know he retired on fucking draft day. That's why Dallas Cowboys don't respect his ass. You could have waited until the next day. You could have waited 3 days later. That's draft day. and made your goddamn decision. You ain't making decisions on Saturday. And I told people about Jalen Hurts before Jalen Hurts even came to the league that I like Jalen Hurts. That's why Jalen Hurts is somebody. That's my pronunciation. Even though he played for my hated rival at the same
I
motherfucking
like his
time. I know
agent
this
more.
game. I know this game.
I like his agent
Analyst,
more.
bro. That's what taught me to coach.
I like his agent a lot more.
Oh, absolutely. She got it. So, but he went to the Super Bowl though, so it made it easy.
Baby girl got $255 million for him.
Turn around. She went over there and hollered at her. Went over there to help Lamar Jackson get some money too. Yeah.
My question is this: how come they must have did that under the law?
What's that?
Because he still doesn't. He claims he still don't have an agent.
What he did is he did a general contract with him. Said, I'll give you this amount of money or whatever. But she was part of the negotiation to get him signed though. So she did a liaison deal. Yeah, she got paid that day.
He got paid. He definitely got
It's all
paid.
good. You got a lot rope. You talk all your noise all you want to. I'm just telling you the pecking order. The order
I
to
will
change.
say this.
So if Dallas don't get done,
I will give a shout out to the two Texas agents, right? The one female, whatever her name is, and David Mulligetta. I mean, they are two black people getting these brothers paid in the league right now. So I mean, shout out to the sister and shout out to David Mulligetta because they pretty much wrapping up Texas like a motherfucker, dog.
That's Jordan Love, baby, by the way.
And they going outside of Texas too.
They
so
repping.
yeah, they repping, bro. They doing it. They doing it.
Yeah, I ain't mad.
Yeah, they're doing their job, man. You know what I mean? I always support beautiful women, and that is a woman I have complete confidence in. Shit, how she can negotiate for me.
Yeah, better than Malika Andrews shit over there.
No. Malika Andrews is complete opposite of Nicole Lynn.
I know that. Just get nice to say it.
I mean, you got me interested. I'm interested.
I ain't got no.
Hey, Mace, I didn't mean for things to go off the rails or whatnot, right?
No, it's okay.
I mean,
it's just a business. It's okay.
I'm just saying the Miami guys, they can't come up here and rep they weak ass squad right now if they still down there somewhere because Mace,
bro, I go even, bro. I like to talk about every team. I don't care who it is. I mean, we could talk New Orleans right now. It will bore me talking about the Saints. I'll tell you one thing though. The one team I'm excited about this year, I really like Atlanta this year. I like them winning that division too.
Oh yeah, and if we talking Atlanta right now, hey fellas, if anybody in here plays fantasy football, right, and if you happen to get a top 3 pick in your fantasy draft, you better draft Bijan Robinson of the Atlanta Falcons. It's not a hot take, but I'm just saying Bijan Robinson is going to be a beast. He doesn't come across as a guy who's going to be getting hurt all the time like fucking Saquon Barkley or whatnot. Or Christian McCaffrey, but he can because injuries are part of football, right? But what I'm saying is, if you got a top 3 pick, Bijan Robinson should be one of those picks, bro. Real talk.
Yeah, they dropped him to 9. I'm surprised they did that.
Okay.
I'm gonna check it right now. You know me, the fantasy football rankings is like the stock market. So for me, let me go check that.
Hey, bro, it's a lot of money that's gonna be won on that, bro. A lot of money is up. A lot of money will be up for grabs in the next 2 weeks, man.
I agree. Angels are playing tonight. Who they playing? Let's check this out. What Angels playing tonight? Yeah, Laura, I feel you, bro. I do, man. But yeah, I like Atlanta. Let me ask you about your team. They're very excited about your quarterback, man. You should be happy.
Man, hey Mace, listen.
Yeah.
He will CJ Stroud will forever be like linked to Bryce Young over in Carolina, right? One thing I can say about this, bro, is that
Yeah.
man, CJ looks good, man. And I don't hear anything coming out around Carolina that sounds good about Bryce Young right now.
Oh, you kidding me, bro? He is the rave right now.
Nah, dog.
Telling you.
Man, bro. I see all the memes. It's like he's not like really shining right now. I know you probably not be keeping up with it, but the thing is, we have like Bryce Young watch down here in Houston, right? So
Well, I watch everybody
okay, okay.
except I don't watch the Giants. Giants, Saints, teams like that I don't follow. Texans. I had a Texan fan in here this morning. He was with me and Canes for like an hour and a half. Shout out to Brian. I think it's Brian L. Shout out to him. He's from the Houston area. We was talking about the Texans this morning.
Oh, okay. That's what's up.
Yeah,
That's
so we
what's
got
up.
a new guy that he's a big Texans fan. Hates the Cowboys. Yeah, 9-0 Minnesota. Yeah, he was up here this morning for about an hour and a half, just kicking it with me and King. We was talking everything football.
Oh,
And
okay. That's what's up. That's
and
what's
he's
up.
taking a wait and see approach. And we had a question this morning, and I know I don't want to get you mad, but it's simple. Would you rather the Miami GM or Bill O'Brien as your GM?
Well, that won't get me mad because Bill O'Brien is fired. And the thing is about Bill O'Brien is like, fuck, man. Bill O'Brien traded away DeAndre Hopkins for a washed up running back and a second round draft pick. And a week after that draft, I think, shit, who was that? Man, why did Stephon Diggs play before he went to Buffalo?
Minnesota.
Okay, and Minnesota got a fucking haul a week and a half later for Stephon Diggs, bro. I mean, Bill O'Brien was a trash ass GM, bro.
I tell
I
you
mean,
this.
the best thing he ever did was move up and get Deshaun Watson, but fuck, that whole regime ran Deshaun Watson off, and I'm gonna leave his little side hustle he had going on away from it, but I mean. You know that team, man, our team was so dysfunctional at that point in time, right?
Yeah.
But we were kind of poised to do a lot of things. And you know what? Needless to say, let me just say this, right?
Yeah,
Under
yeah.
Bill O'Brien, I will say this. I'm not giving him any credit because I don't like him because he's a white boy from Boston. I'll leave that for imagination, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah, go ahead.
here's one thing I will say.
Yeah.
The Houston Texans, we're the only friend. We have the most division championships over the past 10 years than any other team in the NFL. You can check it up. You can look at the stats.
More than
And
New
Bill
England. More than New England.
and Bill O'Brien was a part of that. Now that didn't you can't like quantitate that to like let's say playoff success, right? But we do have the most division wins in the last 10 years. So, I mean, he did something, but he didn't do enough because that team that we had that went up and was kicking Pat Mahomes and the Chiefs' ass 3 years ago in that first half, and he had like a 24 to what, 6 lead or whatever.
No, yeah, 24-0 lead. It would
Yeah,
have been
24 to
28.
nothing lead, and he fucking blew that. So he's trash, bro. I mean, he deserved to get fired just off the basis of that. So fuck Bill O'Brien. So it is what it is.
Yeah, interesting. Texans looking good. Nothing but good reports down there. As CJ Stroud making strides. Tell you who else is making strides. Somebody Laurel does not like at all. And that is young Davis Mills making strides. So he's looking good in camp. Sure, it's his third year. I mean,
Hey, you know what? Hey, mate,
yeah.
we're going to play Davis Mills in the preseason a great deal. So, Miami, come on and give us a first-round draft pick for Davis Mills because two is going to suck, man. Hey,
Nah. 24-0 lead Miami said, no. We, look. I'll give you a third for him because we need a good backup. I'll do that.
hey, man, that dude is on a rookie deal. There's no way we're gonna give him up for a third round draft pick. So, I mean, he looks good, but I mean,
Desperate
CJ
teams out there, bro. You don't know.
CJ was a number 2 pick, and the thing is, with D'Amico coming from San Francisco, right, last year, you never know
Hmm.
what's going to happen to a quarterback. So we need more than one quarterback. You got to have more than one quarterback these days, especially that being a Miami Dolphin fan, you have to have more than one quarterback. Now let me
That's true.
switch it.
Yeah, of course.
Let me
And
switch
that's
to
what
this. I've
Miami
heard
dropped the ball.
I've heard rumblings down there that the backup is looking better than Tua right now. What's going on, Mace?
Now I ain't hear that. But then
You sure?
again, but then again, I know Thompson's looking real good. I I know this. They do make up stuff down there. So who the hell knows really? To see what Stephen A. Smith ripped to it the other day, bro. I mean not to, excuse me. Ripped the Dolphins coach the other day.
No, what did he say?
He basically said that this man, like he's a, let me put it in our terms. He's a lame, and every time he talks, he can't stand listening to him. And he says, "Shut up and this coach. Nobody wants to hear from you."
Man, you know what? I wouldn't take that personally, right, Mace? Because you know what? One thing I can say about Stephen A. I think Stephen A. may have gotten his walking papers recently. Cause he's saying a lot of shit on his little private YouTube channel now, man. He's getting a lot of plug. So I mean, he's getting a lot of run right now. So I wouldn't take everything like that Stephen A says or whatnot. I mean, uh, he calls your coach a lame. I mean, why would he say that? Is he a lame? I mean, what's going on, bro?
No, he got a good looking wife, bro. I think what it is, he's a nerd. That's what he is. He's a nerd. Really, he's a nerd. Seriously, he's a nerd. And
Man, I
sometimes
wouldn't give a
people don't.
fuck if he was a nerd. Can he coach football?
Yeah,
That
he
that
can
would
coach.
be my
That's
biggest
what I
concern.
say. He can coach. That's why I like him. He can coach.
Damn, man. So now we got lame ass Stephen A calling people lames and nerds and shit, right? God damn, man. It's a new time, bro. It's a new time. It's a new time. But I think Stephen A may be feeling himself right now because he realizes that he doesn't need ESPN right now. And he's getting a lot of shine and burn on his little own
I
private
would agree with that.
you-
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's gonna be saying a lot of things that might be out of character that other than what he said over the last I don't know how many years. So you got to watch out for Stephen A. Stephen A. might be feeling himself and smelling himself a little bit right now. So we got to watch how that whole thing turns out over the next over the season of football because he's gonna come out guns blazing or whatnot. I- So what's up, Mace? Let me ask you a question, bro.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think it's gonna be a complete debacle. I don't see it working, and I think it's gonna be for shock value. You heard about Skip Bayless' new co-host, right?
Yeah, that clown Little Wayne. I think that's a disaster
No,
waiting to happen.
no, 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 not Lil Wayne. It's
Who
not
you
Lil Wayne.
pick?
I think they picked the guy. It's more permanent. They picked Richard Sherman, bro. It's just been released recently, bro. It's gonna be Richard Sherman.
That's not gonna work, bro.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Because Sherman keeps receipts, bro. And he's always gonna remember when he had the shouting match with Bayless like a decade ago, bro. That shit was funny when he told Bayless that I have more class than you. That shit was funny.
Yeah, I remember that back and forth or whatnot. But the thing is, just like Skip gave Shannon a shot,
Yeah.
Richard Sherman might be, Skip really did give me a shot. So how really hard can I go at this guy? I mean, for him to choose Richard Sherman, and the way I hear it is like Richard won't be a part of like the basketball conversations. He'll just be a part of like the football conversations or whatnot, right?
Yeah.
It'll be a good back and forth. But I just wonder how much rope he thinks he has with Skip going at him or whatnot, right? Because he talked to Skip kind of fucked up back then, like a
Sure
decade
did.
ago, right? He
Sure
came on
did.
the program with smoke, straight smoke, right? So, well, it wasn't quite a decade ago, but we'll see how that works out.
Yeah, I would agree with that. What was that saying? Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work, bro.
You don't think so?
No, I think that's a disaster waiting to happen.
Yeah.
That's a disaster, bro. Because Sherman, see, here's the problem with Sherman. Because I followed his career. Sherman's very opinionated. He got that Stanford education in engineering. So Skip can't throw shit at him like an educated white man would. He'll sniff that shit out quickly, and he can't fuck with that.
Hey, Mace. So
It's a,
basically, what you saying is that Richard Sherman not gonna come out there with a do rag on, a bottle of Hennessy, and a motherfucking Black and Mild hanging out his lips, cooning it up, right?
nope. Sherman is gonna keep it raw, and he's gonna be, you know what word we like to use. I'm not gonna say it up here right now, but he is definitely gonna keep it real. Yes, no doubt.
Yeah, that might be a problem because Shannon had his cooning moments or whatnot, right? So, I mean, he's not gonna get that type of guy. I mean, and Skip probably should probably watch it, even though I know he's like a Vanderbilt educated guy and he's not a dummy. He's just a shock jock, right? So it might work and it might make for a better show, in my opinion, Mace. I mean, eh, eh, it might, it may. I mean, because Skip probably has to humble himself to where he couldn't bring anybody weak onto that show. Not after what happened, bro. Not after Shannon was there and everybody liked Shannon. He couldn't bring somebody weak on. So he had to bring a strong personality on to make sure he just wasn't like, just easy for him. So I will respect Skip for this. He didn't duck the smoke as far as picking a co-host. So I give him that because I don't think Richard Sherman will bow down at all to Skip. So it
No
might
doubt.
make it might make for a better program. I don't think it's gonna work just like you, but I mean, he didn't just pick a random tomato can off the shelf just to come and be his co-host or whatever. So it might be cool. We'll see.
Ism said that Sherman has a Stanford education should be about even. I just don't see it. I think if Sherman wants to really go, I'll say it, go ratchet on him, he can.
Yeah, but I don't think he's gonna come out with Hennessy and the Black and Mild in his mouth.
No, he
I
ain't. No,
mean,
Sherman ain't like that, bro. I'll tell you that right now. He's not like that.
yeah. So
I don't want. I never watched that show though. Never. I don't. That show to me is L.A., bro. I could care less. You know what I'm saying? I never
yeah,
watched.
Mate, she be doing your own thing, bro. So yeah, you don't have time to watch that show, right?
Exactly, and you couldn't pay me to watch it anyway. I wake up in the morning. Where do I find myself? I'm in Platinum's room or Ramil's room, bro. That's chilling.
Yeah, mate. We talking about sports right now. Come on, man. That shit was cool, man. That shit cool, but
Like, what do you mean?
no, I'm saying it's cool that you're in those rooms or whatnot, right? But I'm just talking about what's the best sports show in the morning across America or whatnot, right? So if we talking about that, then I mean we not talking about Plat Room or Mills Room. We talking
I
about
see. I just told you, Laurel. I don't watch these shows, but if I had to pick one, I would say probably Get Up.
yeah. Hey, I will say this: the NFL
Yeah,
Network is really doing a whole lot, bro. I mean because they the NFL Network, so they basically like ESPN on a free budget or whatnot. So I will see with I mean, I'm not saying ESPN is going down or whatnot, right? But you gotta admit, man, the morning shows, as far as the slot goes, bro, the morning shows have straight been first take, undisputed for the last half decade. Everybody used to check out what they had to say. Everybody did. You
not
can go
me.
across. Man, you a different guy, man. I'm just saying, you a different guy. I mean, you a different guy, bro. But I'm just saying, but as a big mega sports fan, I was tuning in to those guys, and I understand about getting caught up in the sauce or whatnot, right? Because I mean, I was
Yeah,
listening to like a lot of male content in the space or whatever over the last few years and whatnot, right? But
yeah,
I will say this, Mason. I mean, as far as like sports go, bro, I mean, you gotta admit, bro, those two shows with Stephen A on one side and Skip on one side, bro. Dude, as a sports fan, I was flipping from one channel to the next channel, bro. Real talk. But now you
really.
got, yeah. But now you got your boy, Pat McAfee and AJ Hawk or whatnot, right? So now you got to deal with them now, right? So you got those guys. You see, Mace, here's the thing.
I'm right here.
I mean, I was in certain situations, so I, it was a time when I used to like to talk about bitches in the morning all the time, right? But it's
Not me,
like
bro.
I'm just saying, no, Mace, you were there, right? I used to like to talk about that, but I mean, I always kept my ear to listening to sports or whatnot, bro. So now it's just like, man, I don't want to hear all about that. So now I'm listening to sports. Get up. Um, like you
Nah, I
said, I
can't do
mean,
that shit, man.
you
I
say
can't do
what?
that. I don't do that, bro. Can't
So
do
what
it.
you? So, Mace, are you still listening to Manosphere content all day, or are you listening to sports, bro?
Well, what I do when I wake up, bro, I check up on some news. You know, I look at that in the morning. Then Sean hits me up if something happens. Something big happened early in the morning. I check it out and I read what they're saying nationally. But sometimes, Laura, I need to get away from this shit, and I do, bro. I got to, bro. Now, the only reason why I'm in it now because it's football season.
Oh, okay.
So
That's what's up,
I
man.
just follow the football, bro. That's all I watch. I shouldn't say watch. I look at. NFL Network. I'm looking at. But they could be biased at times.
Hey, Mace, if you're
Yeah,
gonna have a sports channel, right?
yeah.
I mean, you gotta have your own personal life, but I mean, a lot of times you need to eat it, drink it, breathe it all the time, man. Like sports. Because I'm surprised that a Miami Dolphin fan don't even like to talk about the Dolphins sometimes, man.
Because they
Can't
try.
do it, bro. Can't do it.
So, Laurel, what's up, man?
I'd rather be talking about
What's
what was
up, man?
that?
How you doing?
Chilling, man.
What,
What about y'all?
I'd rather be watching something that I'm gonna bring up tomorrow morning about what happened in that brawl in Alabama. That was fun to watch, bro. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I mean, but mate, I know you don't want to talk about that. I mean, we can talk about it. I mean, Canes, you know what you're talking about, bro?
Nah, I just seen a bunch of people fighting, and I was like, what?
See, here we go, Mace. You got to go ahead and rehash that and let everybody know what you're talking about, bro.
So what happened over the weekend down in Montgomery, Alabama, was that it's mostly a black town. A
Right.
bunch of redneck young people put their little boat by the docking area where the riverboat docks, and a whole bunch of black folks was on the riverboat. What happened was the security guard at the dock told the white kids to move their boat. The white kids didn't want to do it. He said again, move your boat. So one of the young white boys got out the boat, and him and security guards started fighting. And then a whole bunch of white guys started beating up the black security guard. And by the grace of the Lord, finally, a whole group of brothers got out that boat and beat the white boys' asses, bro. It was beautiful to watch. It was outstanding. About damn time. I talked about this morning. I was talking about. Did you see the baseball brawl this weekend, Laura?
No, hold up, Mace. We got to stick with one topic at a time. Yes, I did see it. I did see it. We can comment about that later. We got to stick on topic. Go ahead,
So,
Mace.
Laura, this is on topic. This morning, I said, why do black men keep taking L's from our enemies? That was my subject this morning, which correlates with this brawl. It's about
Okay.
damn time that the black men got a W.
Okay, Mace. Here's the thing, Mace. Listen.
Yes.
All right. I will comment on this because I did see the baseball brawl, right?
Yes.
All right. Listen. First of all, regardless of what the I don't even know the correct term to even call him, but he's a Afro Latino, right? Hopefully that's right. Against an African American black, right?
Yes.
And you know what? The thing is, it was a lot of disrespect going on right there. And to me, that shit was funny, bro. Because you know what was so funny about it? Dude came up, he had a stance like Terrence Crawford, right?
Yeah.
But he had his name was Tim Anderson, right? And if anybody listening, if you haven't seen that fight, you gotta look at it. The Hispanic guy, what was his name, Mace?
Jose Ramirez.
Jose Ramirez. He was out there throwing punches like he was a bitch. And I use that term loosely. He was fighting like a girl, right? But he caught Tim Anderson jaw and he knocked him down, bro. That was the funniest thing about that brawl, bro. Is because, Tim Anderson had like the perfect fighting stance, right? And he was throwing, but he wasn't connecting. And the thing is, Ramirez, because he was fighting like a girl, he was ducking all the punches, man. It was like poetic, bro. It was just like, it was so funny, bro. It was like he was throwing straight punches, but because Ramirez was like flailing around like he was a girl, he kept missing. And then Ramirez threw a lucky punch in and knocked him down, bro. So it just like, man, that's not the best fight I've ever seen. The best fight I've ever seen in baseball was when your boy from your New York Yankees, even though I know you're gonna claim you're not a Yankees fan, was when Robin Ventura, right? When he charged the mound against Nolan Ryan and got his ass whooped.
No, Ventura was in the White Sox back then.
No, wait a minute. Who was that? Who charged the mound against Nolan?
Ventura. It was Ventura, yeah. When he was
it was Ventura. Okay, he was the White Sox. Okay. Yeah, when Robin.
92. Yeah.
When Robin Ventura, right? I remember I was in high school, bro. Robin Ventura charged the mound against Nolan Ryan and got his head beat the fuck in, dude. So it wasn't a fight like that. It wasn't like an ass whooping like that. But I just thought it was kind of funny how he was just throwing punches, and the guy had he had a nice stance on him, right? But he didn't connect any of his punches. And the dude was like swinging like a woman. I mean, not like a woman from these days, mate. I'm talking about a woman. You remember how girls used to fight back in the day, right?
Yeah.
Like right now, a chick might like really like come with a stance against your ass, right? But back in the day, a chick get you to just swing her arms with like windmill punches or whatnot, right? You know what I'm talking about, Mace. I mean, that's what Ramirez was doing, and he caught, and she caught him with a punch, and he fell down. So I think Tim Anderson has like a glass jaw, Mace. Mace, you gotta like replay that. You gotta play that clip, bro.
All I'm saying about that this morning compared to what happened over the weekend is, bottom line, Anderson takes enough. Well, this weekend, the brothers, God bless those brothers in Montgomery, they get a huge W. Just like the ones they play in they hang up in Wrigley Field every time the Cubs win. So congratulations to all those brothers in Montgomery that jacked up all those white boys over the weekend. Congrats.
I mean, I will say this about that, though, Mace. I will say this. Yeah, it wasn't right because those white boys were out of line for trying to jump on the security guard. Security guard was only trying to do his job, even though we
And
don't
they
really.
grabbed them too.
I'm just saying, though. I mean, Mace, it's been, and a lot of times we make it a black-white situation, but Mace, we've seen plenty of times when black dudes have drug flashlight cops, bro. I mean, nobody really respects him, right? I mean, let's just keep it real. Nobody really respects him. Respects like flashlight cops. I mean, it's a part of the job. I've never done it before in my life, but I mean, it's kind of like a dude coming up saying, "Hey, man, y'all can't be doing it out here." Fuck you mean, dog? Take your bitch ass home. I mean, so I don't want to make it a black white thing like that. It's just kind of like respecting authority. Because if that was like a police officer, they probably wouldn't have. 10 times out of 10, they wouldn't have done it. So I think that people just don't respect like flashlight cops or whatnot, right? So I will say, salute to the guys that did stand up for their brother. But I wouldn't just make it a complete racial thing, just straight off the bat, because nobody really respects like flashlight cops, bro.
Nobody respects security guards. Nobody respect Officer Rooney. Oh, Officer Johnson. That's what you're trying to say?
Hey man, you saw how much respect Craig and Day Day got at that goddamn strip mall, right? I mean, nobody. I'm talking about next Friday. I mean, Friday at the next or whatnot, right?
I never seen Friday.
Oh shit, Mace!
What?
Goddamn,
Really?
I
Mace,
never
you
seen
fucking
Friday.
up, bro.
I'm not a movie guy.
Hey, when you get a chance, take a look at it.
Nah, that's
Pretty
not
funny,
me.
man. Seriously.
No offense.
Give you a good laugh, Miss. I'm telling you.
Man,
Mace, you have heard the term top flight security, right?
No.
Okay, well, Mace, listen, man. Let me just break it down.
Okay.
Mace, if it was me and a group of black guys at the dock,
yes,
right?
Yes.
And a flashlight cop came up to us telling us what we can and what we can't do, it wouldn't be too much respect coming back toward the flashlight cop, bro. I mean, so a lot of times we can make it racial or whatnot, and I understand, kudos to the guys for standing up, for the guys back or whatnot, right? Kudos for that. But what I'm saying is, if that was a group of black, because we just saw with Tyreek Hill. Nobody respects flashlight cops, dog. Like, real talk, bro. We just saw with Tyreek Hill, bro.
His fucking boy threw $200 at him. He said,
so before we make it racial, I'm just saying, before we make it racial, I would just say nobody respects flashlight cops, bro.
Oh, man. That is true. Yeah, that fight happened, man. Yeah. Sheriff Perkins, Sheriff Lobo. Yeah. Mr. Mammy's right. So what you're basically saying is, if you're a flashlight security guard or cop, no one's gonna respect you. They're gonna bum rush you anyway.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna say that. Though I mean, even though it was in Alabama, and we know about Alabama, about the history or whatnot, right?
Of
But
course.
I'm just saying before I just, make it like one of those issues or whatnot, because I see a lot of people are trying to make it that issue. I would just say to everybody, just pump the brakes and just calm down, because do you personally respect flashlight cops? Nobody does, bro. I'm not listening to what the fuck they say.
I've had probably one or two incidents with the police. One was with a group of police women that wanted to just shoot me up, no lie. Um, and I usually leave the police alone because I don't do crimes. And you know,
But mate, we not talking about the police, dog. We talking about if you rolling through the mall parking lot, right?
mhm,
And it's that one guy that comes up and say, "Hey man, y'all can't be wearing y'all pants like that," or that one guy who comes through and say, "Why y'all making all that noise?" I mean,
mhm.
that's not a police officer, bro. That's why I say flashlight cop. He don't even have a gun, bro. Come on, bro. He not probably even licensed to carry a firearm. I mean,
Okay.
he walks up with a fucking uniform and acts like he runs the property or whatnot. Man, get your bitch ass out of here, man. Now that's how I would approach that situation. So I'm not just gonna go heavy on the white boys and say it was racial. No, I'm not finna have somebody come up in a uniform, no gun, no authority really, other than just, if something goes wrong, he just gonna call the police. I mean, I get the racial aspect of it. So I said kudos to the guys who stood up for him, right? But man, I think it would have been a lot of brothers that was out there, and he came up with whatever he was saying that they can't do. It probably would have went down the same way, Mace.
I can see that. I can see that. Yeah. I know the sisterhood was enjoying the early part of that altercation, and then the next thing you know, it turned around. I know they just turned the channel and said Bubba couldn't handle those niggas. Okay, we know how the sisterhood thinks, bro. I roasted them this morning.
Hey man, what you talking about, Mace? So you saying the sisterhood came out and said that the flashlight cop couldn't handle all the white boys?
Of course, you know how they think. I
I
know
hear you.
the I know the divestors and the swirling community saw a group of white guys beating that man down. They were pumping their fists. They were saying, kill him, kill him. But once the brothers came in, uh, they just turned the channel. Security, security. Yeah, bro. Man, if you don't think the sisterhood community wasn't pulling for those white boys to uh, that flashlight cop and throw him into the water, bro, you nuts, bro.
Hey
Jim,
man, you know what, Mace? Y'all mean as fuck, bro. So if that's the case, and I will say that I've been a part of some of those conversations and whatnot, and that's kind of some of the reason why I don't even want to be a part of them, because that's like an online community type thing, right? So you know what I mean? It is what it is. So we can get back to sports.
yeah, we're
You
back to
know,
it now.
we can get back to sports.
Bro, again, let's talk about fantasy. It's in 2 weeks, you know. When does your league draft?
I think it's gonna one of them is gonna be like the weekend before the season starts, and one of them is like in 2 weeks. So yeah.
Help, security, security. Yeah, that's what those Karens do. Yes, sir. Yeah, cause I think next weekend, the 11th to 12th, next weekend, not this one coming, the following one is the big fantasy draft weekend where most leagues do their drafts. It's like a holiday weekend for the fantasy nerds. You know, the ones who don't compete like we do, Laura. Well,
Man, fuck
let me
all
ask
that.
you a question.
Man,
Oh,
let me
let me ask you a question real quick, and I'll let you talk. You think I should? You think I should do a fantasy league for this channel, bro?
Well, the thing is, dude, is that you tried that a couple of years ago,
Yeah, I
and
know. Because a lot of these
and
dudes keep asking me, bro.
I mean, because you know what, I would be a part of your fantasy league, but the thing is, I wouldn't want to do that for free because you know what the thing
Yeah,
is about.
I'm the same way, bro. I'm
Because
the
the thing
same
is
way.
about that fantasy, bro, it's kind of like, man, I'm not dedicating my time to like setting the lineup, finding out what players are good and all this. If
Mhm.
at the end of the season I'm not winning money, it's just like it's just like a big waste of fucking time to me. So
Yeah, that's the way I feel about it. Or
I mean,
yeah,
and I'm not saying it has to be like a gang of money, but if you can get like 12 to 15 guys up, and it don't have to be winner take all, but if they even put like $25 up a piece, it has to be something because I'm not playing fantasy football for free. I'm not doing that shit, bro. Like one league, it's like a prize for like 1,200. Like that's the top guy, and then after that, I have another league where the top guy might win like $700, $800 or something like that. I
yeah, my
mean,
league is
I would
1250.
so I would do it if you can like play for money, but I'm not doing that shit for free, bro. Like fuck that. I'm not because it's a lot of time like looking at your roster every weekend and determining who's playing, who's not playing. I mean, you might. I'm not saying it takes a lot of time, but if that league that I'm playing in, if it's not for money, I'm not gonna pay attention to it, bro. My lineup might be guys who on a bye week that weekend, and I don't even feel like logging into that fucking Pacific team to even care about it because it don't mean anything. It's just like it's a fake paper championship. So
Yeah,
the bragging rights come in of like fantasy if you're playing for money. So if you can get some guys together that's willing to like pay some money, I'll do it. But you tried that a couple of years ago, so I don't think it's gonna work, bro.
yeah, I'm with you, bro.
But I would definitely join though.
If it was for money, I would play. Seriously.
I mean, you just said guys are talking about it, so if they're really talking
Yeah,
about it,
but no, they want to play for free.
yeah, fuck out. Hey.
Oh man, I agree with that. By the way, nah, man, you gotta put something up, bro. The time, the effort, shit like that, man. Yeah, you gotta put some time in, bro. Kids can't do it for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing for nothing means nothing. Nah, it doesn't work that way. Put on 100. Everybody, winner takes all. There you go. We'll
You
see
see,
how
Mace.
competitive you are, bro.
You see, Mace. You talking right. I didn't even put it at 100, right?
Yeah.
I said if they could even put up 25. I mean, it's not the most money in the world, bro. So it's just like, damn, yeah, I'm not playing fantasy for free, so I get it. But as far as like sports go, man, what's going on in South Florida, bro?
From everything, I started the show with this name because OJ McDuffie went at TD today, bro. It was brutal, man.
Hey, wait a minute, hold on. Canes, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Why?
Um, Now OJ McDuffie, like Mace just said. So your boy TD, he that hot now that OJ McDuffie is following him on social media now. Something, what's going on, bro?
From what I hear, some of these YouTubers that are big time, they have connections and they meet um, Dolphin legends on a daily. So as far as
Yo, get up here. Relentless, get up here, bro. We got
the beef between Mr. TD and OJ McDuffie, I'm not sure what's it about. All I saw was it got heated and it didn't end too well.
Well, let me recap the people because Sean sent me the link this morning. I mean, that got off. This afternoon I got off. As soon as I got off, I looked at my phone. I'll say it again. OJ McDuffie's one of these guys, like a lot of Dolphin fanboys are, that if you criticize the team, you're not a real fan, which is so fucking moronic. Um, that you know, this simplifies what that fan base is all about. Anyway, uh, what I read was McDuffie went nuts on TD because he thinks TD keeps trolling them, the Dolphins and their fans. And TD said, "Bro, all I said was the offense haven't caught up to the defense." You know, and McDuffie just went nuts, bro. You know, and I think TD did nothing wrong. Now, if he hurt feelings with these Dolphin fans, that's their problem, bro. What's up, Nicer? That's them. Jims, who hit the grand slam? What team? Boston? Let me know who hit the grand slam, Jims. I got the Angels right behind me. Yeah, Relentless, come up, bro. Get Relentless up here. We miss you, bro, from everybody. Appreciate that, man. Yeah. He went at TD. He went hard after TD today. Yeah, that's what happened, all. So.
Okay. Hey, I will say this, Mace.
Yeah.
One thing that I have noticed, and this is probably not the room for it, but I will say shout out to DJ Cuda, because DJ Cuda said something, and it's a shame now. I think so far back how long I've been like in this space or whatnot, right? But I
Yeah.
remember when Cuda said something 3 years ago. He was like, "Y'all are gonna start to see celebrities come into these spaces and take over some of this market share." And if he was not telling the fucking truth, do you see how everybody has a fucking podcast right now, right? And the thing is, Mace, those podcasts are good as fuck, bro.
I'm gonna tell you why. Number one, they're all millionaires who get it. And number two, and this is the most, no, that's number two. The main reason is they played the game. People are not gonna listen to me or because you know who's in those rooms. Let's keep it 100. Okay, and those like fucking Tyreek got near 2 million subscribers, and he started in the spring. Yo, who's in that room? I'm just gonna call it like it is. Pookie and Ray Ray are in those rooms, okay? And Tyreek, Gil Arenas, especially the basketball niggas, they speak what the brothers understand. I speak normal. Brothers are not feeling me. I understand that because I guess I speak my mind. I go by what's really happening. When you get guys like Tyreek, Gil Arenas, the pivot, I heard this guy really fucked up, bro. But
Mate,
give Brandon
Mate.
Marshall a lot of credit. That nigga put $10 million of his own money.
he didn't have to put that much in. Man, fuck that. I am athlete. I kind of like to pivot a little bit. But man, do you know what I really like?
Which one?
Your,
Ugly Joe?
no, fuck that. I know you're not from Harlem. I know you don't really fuck with Harlem dudes like that, right?
Yeah.
But man, it is what it is. That come and talk to me. I mean, Mason Cameron, bro. When they be talking about sports, that shit is hilarious and fucking entertaining, bro.
Again, I mean, Laurel, again, you're talking Mace and Cameron, two of the greatest living rappers of all time.
I wouldn't call them that. From New York,
I
probably.
said
From
two.
Harlem.
I said two.
From Harlem, probably.
No, but the point I'm making is, bro, again, the audience, Pookie and Ray Ray and what you call
No, fuck that, man. It's more than just Pookie and Ray Ray listening to that, bro.
Keisha, bro. That's the audience, man.
No, bro. Listen, dog.
Bro,
Listen.
those are
If I have a
facts.
choice, Mace, let me tell you something. If I have a choice between listening and I'm not Pookie and Ray Ray, I'm somewhere in the middle, right? So
Yeah.
let's just say that. So let me tell you something, bro. If I got to listen to fucking ESPN now, that's complete fucking women talking about basketball and football, I'm not watching that shit. Like, no, real talk. I'm not gonna get passionate about it, but I don't want to see three women. Man, bro, I was watching ESPN probably like a month ago, and I was like, "What the fuck? You got two chicks, and there's a token black guy up there now, with the three chicks talking, and they talking about NBA." I'm like, man, I don't want to hear this shit. I'm
There
not
you go.
watching it. I'm not watching that, bro. I'm not watching it. And I love women to death. I mean, I love women, right? But I don't want to hear you talk about basketball or football. I don't want to see that shit, bro. I
Yeah,
don't want to see that.
and I'll
So
say, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
no, go ahead. You got it.
No, I was gonna say back to thank you, Nicer. Appreciate that, honey. What I was gonna say is that yeah, the what you call it, the celebs or the former players are gonna jump on this because they lived the life, and that's what niggas want to hear. Let's just keep it 1,000. Only fanboys listen to fanboy channels. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you a group of guys that only became famous all of a sudden because of Umar Johnson. What's that? What they call that crew again? They're from Harlem also.
Oh man, we're not gonna talk about that right now. I know who you're talking
No, I'm
about
not
though.
going to talk about the incident, but the reason why they blew up was because they had Umar. But before that, you
You
know,
talking about the pro black crowd, right?
no, I think it's called the Get Ready Crew, something like that. They're from Harlem. You know, and the reason why they weren't doing well at the time, like they weren't
Uh-huh.
getting the numbers they should have, was because everybody was hating on them because every show they used to have, they don't do it no more. They used to have fine women on that show. And you know, you got a
Damn.
lot of
What?
haters.
Well,
You
Mace,
know,
I wasn't watching YouTube like that, so I
no,
don't
I
even
don't
know
watch
about
that
the Get
channel. I
Ready
never
crew.
did. But O'Shea likes to brag about them all the time and Obsidian. So, you know, I'm just saying. But Kuda was right about everything he predicted, bro. And
Yeah.
I think again, it's gonna come back to something that I've been saying for a long time. If you don't have a setup, you know, people just not going to pay attention.
I mean,
Or
you know what? But
yeah,
Mace,
go
you
ahead.
got to realize this though. It's a lot of people who like the smaller channels or whatnot, right? And you can't get away from the smaller channels because like the smaller channels, they do have something to offer or whatnot, right? You know, especially like when the big channels get on that bullshit or whatnot, because eventually they always get in pocket when that big ass bag come through, right? So even though I'm saying I like Cameron and Mace, if that big bag comes through, they not gonna be talking like they talking right now. Like real talk. They not gonna be talking like they talking right now. So I
How are they going to
mean,
be talking like?
you say what?
How are they going to be talking like?
I mean, they might be more corporate. I mean, they will keep it real. Okay, prime example, right?
The pivot.
ESPN fires everybody, right?
Yeah,
Fires everybody, right?
yeah.
And they replace them with a YouTube style show with Pat McAfee, AJ Hawk.
And also they got Shannon Sharp too.
Oh, they got Shannon now?
Yeah, he's going to do both them and Boston.
So the thing is, media has totally changed or whatnot, right? It's
Yeah,
just like people, I mean, it's like people want like the real content. They don't want it sugar coated because
yes,
people already know. That's why I think Stephen A is changing his whole style right now. Stephen A is going out there and he wants to smoke with everybody, right? You know why? Because if he doesn't get with the times, his ass gonna get replaced. That's
yeah.
why
Facts.
that's why he barking it up with everybody right now. So
That's
you're
what I'm
right.
saying. Like he goes after the Miami Dolphins coach last week, destroys him, but yet I don't see nobody from the Miami Dolphins organization going after Stephen A. Smith talking, trying to stop him from talking about all that crap because it's what ESPN.
No, it's because, and I said it earlier tonight. Until the Dolphins gets out of this ineptitude, I think forget Stephen A. Smith. I think the worst thing that happened last week last Monday, matter of fact, when Omar Kelly, it was on Barry Cunningham's show, when Omar Kelly let the cat out of the bag, and I've been knew this about the Dolphins, bro. How much their PR department and editing department doctored up to his froze to make him look like he's great, and we all know that he's aight. And Omar let that out of the bag last week. Then you get Barry Cunningham. Well, and I'm like, Barry.
I'm just saying, you see what I'm saying? Where's the same energy for that? That's more worse than whatever things you hear on YouTube or Twitter.
Huh?
Those dudes got a made platform, a national platform, and they're dogging us. But yet, I just don't understand why the energy is focused on not the mainstream, but, you know, the independent person. You know what I'm saying?
I Cap, let me ask you something, bro. I've been YouTube knowing you for a couple of years now, right? As far as like the media goes, do you like the local down home YouTube media, or do you like the national media? Because everybody likes the national media talking about their team and whatnot, right? But we all know the national media is full of bullshit. I mean, they just come through, they say a couple of stories, but they don't really know what's going on with your team, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean,
So-
for the most part, when it comes to the Dolphins, like, let me tell you something. I watch the Big O religiously, and the Big O and me clash heads to the point where we've gone at it. We've gone at it for years. But that man always has his credentials on point with the people he has on that show that cover the Dolphins. You got Cam Wolf. You got Marcel Louis-Jacques. You got Joe Shad. You got Alan Poupard. You got guys that are reputable, bro. He had freaking last year, the guy from freaking the Pat McAfee show, the guy that's on there now. That's Schefter, but the other one that looks like Schefter. Ian Rappaport. He had Ian Rappaport on there, bro. He's had Omar Kelly on there. Like, all these guys are guys that we questioned in the past. But since we have that platform to hear these guys out, we can find out who's being accurate and who's not. And that's the problem right now. All these beat writers are like clashing heads because a lot of them have different takes, especially Travis Winfield, who's Miami Dolphins personal, you know, beat writer, which usually sometimes is not really, you know, it's not really a bias. It's a biased take. It's not really an objective take.
So Cap, if you're anything like me, right? One thing that I've always done over like years and years and years, bro, since fucking high school, bro, I've always like listened to like sports talk radio, right?
Yeah, me
That's
too.
one of the reasons why. Okay, so the thing is now it's becoming decentralized, right? So the thing is, because a lot of those guys who've been on the radio, they're allowed to keep those radio jobs, and now they're allowed to have like YouTube channels now, right? So yeah, that's gonna fuck like the lower guys or whatnot, right? But you do have those guys being able to have YouTube channels now, and they're able to like speak their own take. So I hear what you're saying, because some of those guys that you're talking about right now that you're saying like are like big or have like a name recognition. Now they're coming and siphoning from like the lower guys in your space or whatnot. So it's a like a network called Locked On, right? It's like a Locked On Detroit, Locked On Houston.
Yeah, Locked On Fins,
Miami.
Locked Up Dolphins. Yeah.
So, and a lot of those guys are bland, but they able to talk their shit off air, right?
And there's a reason why. Each of those guys were former beat writers of the team they cover.
Yeah. And it's not syndication. Like down here, you're asking me about the local. They're trying to push the local away to have syndication. It's like, what the hell is syndication going to help me with my team? I don't give a crap about the fucking Lakers. I don't. But yet you're pushing that narrative of the Yankees down my throat. Why? This is Miami.
You know why? I'm going to say it again. I'm serious about this. Unless you are relevant, if you're not relevant, they're just not talking about you.
Well, I just think because of the pandemic, the majority of people from up north came down to Miami, and it's like they want to cater to that outlet, but it's like that demographic doesn't really mix with Miami Dolphin fans, and that's where we have the problem.
Again, if you're relevant, they'll talk about you. Do
Hey,
I
That
have
Mace, I
too.
have
to
That
I
too.
have a take on that. I have a take on that,
Yeah,
right?
but
I have a
before you
take
do,
on that.
let me say this. Let me say this.
Hmm.
I mean, when you haven't won a playoff game in 23 years, what do you want them to do?
Yeah, that too. That's the problem. You got to be relevant. You got to
Gotta
be
be
Exactly.
relevant.
relevant.
Mace, I have a take on that.
Go ahead.
In 2017, my Houston Astros won the World Series, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. That was the beginning of our pseudo dynasty. We're not a dynasty. Let me put that out there. But let me say this. Skip and Shannon, right?
Here we go. Yes, sir.
The day after we won the World Series, right? They gave Skip and Shannon talked about the Astros for about 35 seconds. And then they went into why the LA Dodgers didn't win the fucking World Series, right? So, bro, it started from things like that. I don't want to tune into your fucking network if you're not giving my area some fucking shine, especially
Exactly.
if we
That's why I
won
don't
the
watch
fucking World Series.
ESPN.
Bro, I'm telling you,
Yeah.
as a sports fan myself, it's like, what the fuck? All you want to talk about is fucking LeBron and fucking goddamn
Mm-hmm. Yep.
and the Cowboys all fucking day.
Yep.
I
That's
don't
it.
want to watch that fucking trash,
Why
bro.
they do that? Because those are the two most popular teams in this country, and you throw in the Yankees. They're the three most popular teams on the planet,
Bro,
other than Manchester United and Real Madrid.
so so when you have like people being real on like smaller platforms or whatnot, I understand why people leave there and go to do different things. That's why I brought up the Cameron and Mace thing, and that's why I said earlier, like as long as they don't get bought out, unless they sell out, I mean, you might enjoy it because they'll talk about everything. Because I like when people talk about sports all across. I don't want to hear about the fucking about the Texans or Astros all day. I love fucking with Miami Dolphin fans. I
I know
really
you
do.
do.
I mean, I do. It doesn't have to be all about H Town. It don't have to. I mean, so some of these smaller platforms, I like it. So I mean, as some of them go bigger, like those locked on networks or whatnot. I mean, we should actually support it because that's really what we really want to hear. So
I think Cap had the exact point, but I had to like airbrush it a little bit. Bottom line is, if you're not relevant, I mean, I'll give you a perfect example. The other team they talk about a lot, Eagles. Why? They won 6 years ago. People remember that. And now the new team that people are in love with is the Kansas City Chiefs.
Well, I can take one even further to Florida. Like you got Tampa Bay won the Super Bowl like 2 years ago, and you got Jacksonville won the division last year. Like we're not that. We got to catch up to the Florida aspect of winning football, and it's sad because we're the originators.
You're right about that, but and in college, but 22 years for the Canes. We know they were robbed in 2002. And the Dolphins, well, we don't have to get into that. I mean, bro, those are facts. And unless you're relevant in today's sports market, Mace, you got to get hip to the community.
I don't know if you know what's going on, but it's sad to me that certain people have a way of venting their frustrations out on YouTubers, but they can't do it to the mainstream media. It's just
they don't have the
it baffles
access.
my mind, bro.
They don't have the access, and that's part
Exactly.
of it too.
Laurel just
That-
told you they don't have the access.
Okay, well, I mean that's what I'm saying. If they don't have the access and we don't either, then you would understand the frustration we have. If we don't have the access and we're trying to vent our frustration about the problem going on here, and you don't have the access to it, how the hell is it going to change? By us voicing our opinion, voicing our displeasure with 50 years of not becoming, like to Mace's point, relevant.
Pete, let me tell you something. I don't know how you feel about TD, right? And I don't know how you feel about certain people because I'm not locked into like Miami
No,
Dolphins all the
TD's my
time, right?
boy. I got nothing against TD at all.
Okay, what I'm saying is the thing is how do you voice your frustration? The thing is, if a guy like TD's channel, if he like really blows up, now look, TD is okay to me. I've listened to him just to troll him every now and then, but if he like took that seriously, I mean, more seriously than he does now. The thing is, a guy like you, let's just say over this next season, if you guys win at a big clip, people are going to be tuned into Miami Dolphins. And the thing is, you're already locked in because TD's your boy. You can voice your opinion. And that was the whole thing about this conversation, is because when the platforms are so big and they bought out, you can't talk that shit like you can.
That's the
Exactly.
problem. Yeah, that's the
But
problem. And I've always said that from jump, bro. Like, don't change who you are, please. Don't ever change what got you to this point, because that's when they win. That's when they win.
Yeah, and to really, and I hate to say this, what the biggest problem on YouTube, wherever, like in TD's room, all those dudes are homers, bro. Larry L's room, they're all homers. That tailgate, homers. That's the problem. You have too many homers.
And you know what's the ironic part? TD helped all these guys get on the platform they have, and when push comes to shove, everybody disappears, turns ghost.
man, that's how YouTube is, man. You got to
That's
accept.
what I'm saying. But that's shady
That,
as fuck.
that's the bad part about it. But you got to
You
think
get to
about
see a
what's the
lot.
good.
You get to see
But
a lot though too.
but what's the good part about it? You get
That's
to
the
hear
good part.
about.
You get to see a lot.
Yeah, I mean, so it's a good and a bad about all that. I mean, all that behind the scenes, like drama and all that. I mean, that's fine too. But whatever, if you
One of
like
the
that.
biggest problems I have for my room is the first complaint was what, Laurel, 3 years ago. I talked too much Miami Dolphins, right? That's what all you guys complained, right? I talk too much Miami Dolphins.
Well, the thing is, Mace, is that I can talk about any fan base, and I had a unique
Yeah,
setting
but it's
because we had,
sports. You know what I'm
because
saying?
yeah, because we had. I mean, the reason why I was dealing with you, Mace, in the first place, right? I mean, you a
Yeah.
cool guy, you were in the spirit, right? But the thing
Yeah,
is,
that
we
too.
had you guys had just fleeced us for the second best left tackle in the league, but now I don't think that was a fleece job at this point in time because I
No,
mean,
no, we
so
know the
that's why I
2020
started.
draft. There, we know.
So that's why I started dealing with Miami Dolphin fan or whatnot, right? But everybody wasn't unique to that. So unless you have like a Pacific, like you know, unless you care about that team specifically, nobody's gonna follow you outside that market.
Exactly, and that's one of my biggest problems. I go everywhere, but a lot of people don't want to hear that. They want to hear about this. They want to hear about that. They want to hear about their team only. Sometimes that works. Sometimes it doesn't work.
It only works if you have a big personality, bro.
I agree. I agree. That's a fact. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
so since I'm up here right now, and I have to ask, so Cap, where do you see you guys finishing this year? Because I feel like personally, you guys might wind up being third in the division behind Buffalo and the Jets. So since I haven't talked to you for a second, I want to know how you feel about you guys' chances of winning the division this year, and what's going on with you guys.
I'll let you
Yeah,
talk.
I mean that's pretty much the golden question everybody's been asking, like where we're gonna fall in the AFC East. And I mean the majority of the homerism. Oh, sorry, hold on. I got a ghetto bird flying on top of me. Hold on.
Let me say this before I go take my medicine real quick.
All right, sorry about that.
Yeah, go ahead. You talking back.
Yeah, man. I just my homer had 12-5 minimum with the AFC East title. So with that being said, I want us to have that. But I mean, I just hear so much from our fan base about, the Bills and the Jets sucking so much that I'm already programmed to the point where I think they're irrelevant. But I mean, the Jets have Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers.
Kidding me. I'll stay here for this. Go ahead, and I'm gonna comment on this. Go ahead.
Yeah, Josh Allen is Josh Allen. So that's when you have to take the homer hat off, because I've taken many a battles of Josh Allen like crapping all over me. So it's like you gotta be you have to have perspective and perception. And for me, it's just I have to have that vision of us having to fight tooth and nail just to get to 8-8, 9-9. But we have all this money we spent, and we better be more than 8, 9, and 9 and 10 wins. So that's why I say 12-5, because this is it. We spent all this capital, we made all these trades, we got Fangio. We think we're going in on Dalvin Cook. If we end up getting Dalvin Cook, that's no excuse for us not to win the division. And like I said, no disrespect to anybody else in the NFC and the AFC East, but this is supposed to be make it or break it for us. So that's why I cannot go more than number one. But I mean, I'm just curious. Do you guys think that the Buffalo Bills and the Jets are relevant to the point where Miami's just a little bit too hyped?
Laurel, let me take this. You're damn right they're too hyped. No one, let me tell you something. I said this over and over again. None of the experts are even talking about the Dolphins, bro. I keep telling these guys that the only ones talking about them is these guys you be hearing from programming. And I'm telling you, if they don't, Laurel, you there?
I'm here.
If they don't win a playoff game this year, I'm gonna make their lives a living hell this winter.
Yeah, and you're not the only one. That's why I have to think like this, because if not, all hell will break loose.
I mean, no one's talking about them. They're not even relevant.
Hey man, listen. From an outsider's perspective, right?
Yes.
Listen, and I'm not even hating anymore about all that stuff with Larry Matanz anymore. But what I will say is this, man. Listen, I've been kind of trolling over the last couple of years, but the thing is like, dog, I think everybody sees it. Tua is not that guy. I think at best Tua is Dak Prescott. So that basically means he has to have everything around him. Now I understand Chris Greer, he's trying to make it to where Tua has everything around him, blowing up the salary cap, bringing in all the stars. I know you guys are happy about that. But I'm telling you, I've seen this narrative happen in the NFL before, where you want to bring in all the stars around a mediocre quarterback, and that shit never fucking works.
Hey, it's always happened. Look at the 2010 Eagles, the so-called dream team, got knocked out in the wild card game to Aaron Rodgers at home. Bro, I don't know where these Dolphin fans get this shit from, bro. And then, this is the part that makes me look at them sideways. They act like they won 10 Super Bowls. And then, Laurel, you insult me by calling me a homer. You out of your goddamn mind, bro. I am nowhere near the homer group. Okay?
Yeah, I'm a different breed, bro. I'm Homer, but I'm a critical ass Homer, bro. Like, what have you done for me lately after 2 or 3 years? And if you haven't done anything, I mean, I think I have a right to voice my displeasure, especially if my money is, like I was saying earlier in this afternoon, man, because I heard one of the guys say this that was said on the tweet beef that started everything. But I guess the comparison was, you guys don't know how it feels to be on that field, busting our ass, trying to make sure things don't work out. And I'm like, yeah, we might not know how it is to be on that field 6 months a year, but I know how it feels to work 12 months a year, busting my ass in the same heat to make that money to get those season tickets.
Back up. Who said that? What pro player said that?
No, I mean, I think that's what started the rift today. Something about, us.
McDuffie? That's what he said.
Yeah. So I guess we don't really know how it feels to be a pro athlete, but I mean, damn, bro. I mean, it is what it is. From what I've seen in these 3-hour, 4-hour practices, isn't the same equivalent to a guy working out in this heat for 10 hours a day, 12 months a year. But that's just me.
Now, you're right about that. I'm going to let you talk to Canes and Laurel. I'll be back in 3 minutes. And we're going to pick this topic up, what you just said. I didn't know McDuffie went there. He used a player card.
Yeah,
Mace. In the NFL, you didn't. Wow.
Yeah, Mace. Go do your thing, because I want to ask Cap a couple of questions about this.
Go ahead. I'll be back.
Okay, so now Cap. Now listen, he was a player, and he wasn't a scrub. I mean, he wasn't a star, but he wasn't a scrub. Okay,
no, great.
So he wasn't a scrub. So he does voice his opinion. So the thing is, it's not like a clout chase that McDuffie was trying to do or whatnot, but he's kind of right.
I mean, look, at the end of the day, he's right as far as, like, the gaslighting that's going on. But to tell somebody don't be a fan if you don't like what's going on and get out of here, that's like gatekeeping, bro.
You're right. But he's going to gatekeep. Because you know what the thing is about McDuffie is like, well, I mean, he's been out of the league for like a decade, probably. I'm not sure how many years it's been.
No, he was in the league for a while, and you know, I mean, it's one thing to criticize the Dolphins when they're wrong, but if I'm not mistaken, I mean, he was hurt at one point, and I think he questioned the Dolphins when he got hurt, if I'm not mistaken either. So I think he was critical too about the Dolphins at one point.
And that's why you have to decide what
Yeah,
platform.
man, I'm saying you get hurt, your foot gets hurt, and you want to blame the medical staff. I think that you being critical of the Dolphins medical staff at the point also, you know what I'm saying? So we can all be critical of the Dolphins at one point in time, whether you're a player or a fan.
You damn near right. But look, now Cap, if McDuffie came out with a platform right now all of a sudden, right, would you tune in and listen?
He does, as a matter of fact. My homeboys, when they had podcasts, actually invited him on pod. We've had him on numerous podcasts, bro. But you could tell that, you know, he has it out for certain people, and you know what I'm saying. You know, it is what it is, bro. But it's like if you're getting opportunities to be in the community and we're embracing you, it's like don't get mad when you hear when you don't hear what you want to hear. It's like that comes with the territory.
And you know what? That's exactly what me and Mace was talking about. like for real, because that really comes with it. You have to accept the scrutiny, and you have to I mean, it's hard to be like, if you're a fan or you're a former player, how can you like not be biased? You're gonna be biased, like straight up. You really are, because it takes an outsider's perspective to kind of be like, man, y'all are weak here, y'all weak here, y'all weak here, y'all weak here. Well, how the fuck are y'all winning the Super Bowl this year?
That's what I'm saying, man. And I gotta play the role and be like, yeah, bro, like 12-5, because we can't think negative, bro. That's what I'm saying. We wasted too much money for us to be brainwashed that we're not gonna win the AFC East or be relevant in the playoffs. Like, I mean, I think we've been, you know, brainwashed enough to not think anything less. That's why I think the way I think is because I see everybody hyped up, and I don't want to let them down by thinking, bro, like, we're not really getting good feedback nationwide. Like, you do realize that, right? It's like, yeah, because we're the opposition, everybody knows that we're good. And I'm like, okay, I hope, you know, we're good, because we were 9-9 last year.
So Pete, it's Cap, I'm sorry. So Cap, let me ask you this
I
question.
get that a lot.
I know, I'm sorry. So Cap, let me ask you this question. So unless you guys, right, I understand the 12-5 prediction, and I understand you have to ride with the home team, but you said TD was your boy. Here's the thing: South Florida is like, I would say South Florida is the #1 destination for free agents. The fact that you guys were able to finagle fucking Jalen Ramsey for a 3rd-round pick, that's South Florida. That's not Chris Greer, bro. That's South Florida.
Oh yeah.
So the fact that if you guys get Dalvin Cook, even though he's an older guy, I mean, he probably has kids and a wife right now, so he can care less about fucking South Beach or whatnot, because he's been there so much. It's like, bro, y'all gotta realize, man, your general manager, he's not an asset because he can go and get a Jalen Ramsey for a 3rd-round draft pick. He drafts like shit. He fucks the franchise up. Nobody.
But he's a wheeler and dealer, bro.
No, man, no. Miami is a wheeler and dealer. He's not a wheeler and dealer. Guys
No,
want
that's
to
what I'm
come and
saying.
play there.
Exactly. He wouldn't be that if he didn't have that Miami card.
Thank you. All right. You need to tell all your Dolphin homeboys all that shit, bro. I hope they know that. He's not good.
They know it, but you know how it is, man. It's just once you get the spell, you know what I'm saying? You know, you got to wait till you see the season in order for the spell to be uncasted. You know what I'm saying? And I hope
Damn right.
But don't get me wrong. If they on that spell and we winning, let them keep living on that spell. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna knock nobody's hustle, and I'm not gonna knock nobody's way of thinking positive. So yeah, you keep riding it. But you gotta be prepared for what happens if it don't work out on the positivity train.
Yeah. Some of these guys, they keep making excuses for the owner and for Greer, and I'm like, what the fuck? Are you serious?
Yeah, but it is what it is, bro. We're in too deep right now to question that. He spent the money. He's pretty much, this isn't his call when it comes to the personnel that's been dealt with. He pretty much said it like, look, man, I got you guys in trouble. I'm not getting involved anymore. This is your baby. So he took his hands out of the cookie jar. This is all Chris Greer's baby. He got in trouble already twice, trying to get another quarterback.
And he can't draft for shit. So, I mean,
Got
that's
that
the
right.
thing about it. I mean, when he makes a mistake, you just say, the owner keeps his hand out of the cookie jar, right? So, did the owner make him draft Tua? Or because you had I'm not going to lie, bro. You guys could have done the same thing you guys did for the last 4 years. But if you had just drafted Justin Herbert, one single move, it didn't require you to move up, move back, no dumb shit, right? If you had just drafted Justin Herbert, you guys would be talked about every day as a Super Bowl contender right now. Even last year.
That is true.
Shots
That
fired.
is facts.
Bang.
That is facts.
Yeah.
They were
Now the thing is, what Cap just did is he said, okay, well, the owner's out of it. So when does the owner get out of it? After Tua or before Tua?
After Tua.
After, yeah.
Because he forced Chris Greer to take him. Because of, say it, Canes.
I don't want Lamar Jackson. Oh, if you get him, you can fire me.
No, the other one. He took him because of, starts with an I.
The image.
There you go. Dolphins are very image-conscious organization. That's why their drafts have been bad for so long.
Thank God for the Canes. That's all I gotta say.
Yo, Mudbone, I forgot you was a Dolphins fan, man. Mudbone's in here. I forgot you was
Hey,
a Dolphins.
Mudbone's in here?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Mudbone,
So
what's
listen.
up?
Yo, if you
Hey,
want
mate.
to
Hey, yo, mate. So here's what
Mudbone.
you're wrong, right? Here's what Mace is wrong. So you guys wouldn't want another golden-haired white boy that Dan Marino signed off on above Tua if it was strictly about the image?
Man, look, I'm not about image, bro. I just want to win, bro. But if you're telling me after 4 years your image is not being good enough, bro, then put in the next guy, bro. That's real shit. I could care less about image at this point, bro. We've gone through 20 quarterbacks. We tried every image. Short, small, big, tall, blonde, black-haired, blue-eyed, Jewish, black, white.
Mm-hmm. All facts.
Fucking give me Lamar Jackson.
No. Yeah, y'all didn't go the black route. Y'all did not go the black route.
We had who was the guy from Jacksonville that got hurt, man? He got hurt in the pool. He was supposed to be the starter. He played for Jacksonville, man. Then Tannehill took over.
Yeah, I don't think you're talking about. I know
David Gerard.
David Gerard, yeah, number 9. Yeah, number 9.
He never got to play.
If Tannehill was good, he would still be the quarterback right now, and they'll be if he would have got them to a couple of championship games, these fans would be loving him. But since he done none of that, it is what it is. I don't think the quarterback's the problem, but again, he's
Hey, you know what? You know what is funny, Mace, to me? So, you remember when we got Tannehill, right?
Mm-hmm.
Our front office said, "Oh, we're gonna let him relax and learn the system. We'll play him a year from now."
Talking about develop.
Yeah, and then we did the same shit with Tua.
Hey,
7-year plan, bro.
Let me do Tannehill first.
I wonder why this man's still hurt.
New coach. They want to get the fan base excited. It's now 24 years since Dan Marino's walked on that field, and I'll be doing a special tribute to Dan Marino 2 weeks from Saturday night. You know, it is what it is. And then, see, here's my problem with this fan base. I'm going to say it again. 95% of them, I guarantee, no, 85%. I'll go 85%. I'll be fair. Never seen them win a damn thing.
Yeah, that's the truth. I mean,
Mr. Miami, 23 years. Yeah. I mean, you look in the record books, but remember, these young people today, they don't like to look at history. You know, you know what? I'll just say this. For their sake, they better win a playoff game this year. If not, they're going to have a frosty winter because I'll be going around.
They'll look for another reason to be like, oh, it's don't worry, next year. We'll get them next year.
It won't be no next year.
Don't worry, guys. They'll be next year.
Yeah, that's how moronic they are, bro.
Let's go tailgate.
Yeah.
and I ain't gonna name no names.
50 years.
Who they are.
50 years since your last Super Bowl victory. It's going to be 40 years next year of the last Super Bowl appearance. No run, no ring. Exactly correct.
Hey, bro, I will say this about that.
Yo, Pedro, get up here.
Hey, dog, there can only be one winner per year, right? So, I mean, as long as you're competitive, dude, I mean, I wouldn't ask for anything more than that. But, I mean, it's been a while since you guys have, like, even won a playoff game. So,
yes, it's 2000.
So my thing is this: it's like we can, like, man, it's hard, bro. It's hard. I mean, but the number one thing is like you have to have good ownership.
Of course.
You have to have good ownership, and you have to have a good GM. If you at least have that, you can fix a lot of problems, man. You really can. I mean, coaches are gonna come and go. But as long as you have a strong base, man, I mean, you have a shot. You have a shot because it's for that market, and you guys can pretty much like pluck free agents from anybody. You can do that. But it's something like twisted and wrong around there, and I've had to deal with this locally myself personally. But man, if it's riding at the head, man, you're not gonna do a goddamn thing, man. Who knows what that first round pick would have been if your owner wouldn't have been on the yacht with Tom Brady? Who knows who it could have been?
And to these fools, right? These delusional fools. This is the number one reason why the Dolphins are where they are. These fans do not hold this team accountable for shit. Let Jerry Jones did what Stephen Ross did. Every day on SportsCenter, every day on First Take, every day on Get Up, it will be about him fucking up the Cowboys draft. But everybody knows Stephen Ross is an idiot. So they said, yeah, that's Dolphins doing stupid shit, as always they do. Yeah. That's how the Dolphins are, bro. They always do dumb shit. Always.
Thank God for Mario and the Canes.
I just look at that and I go, man, bro. I mean, let me tell you something, Laura. I'm dead serious. It's so bad. Thank God I got fantasy football on my side.
And thank God I got the Canes.
And the Heat.
Yep,
Thank
and the
God I got
Marlins.
this joint.
Hey, Cap, you ready for the Canes season, bro?
Yeah, he ready. Hey, but let me say this real quick. To Canes, to Mace, Cap, let me tell you something.
What's
It's
up?
not you guys. It's not you guys' fault that you guys had to deal with the GOAT quarterback for the last 20 years. I mean, you could say it was luck. You could say it was like unwritten fate. But you
Don't bring
guys
that shit
did.
up with Brady again.
But
Don't do it.
you guys did.
Don't
You
do
guys
it.
deal. Y'all had to deal with it, even though you handled them a couple of games and y'all beat y'all chest because we beat them here, beat them there. But y'all had to deal with the GOAT quarterback and the GOAT coach for the last
20 years. 20
18,
years.
19 years, bro. I mean, y'all had to deal with it. I
Yeah,
mean, it's
but it's
not an
about
excuse.
now, bro.
It's not an
It's
excuse
about
for y'all. It's not an excuse for your franchise, but you guys did have to deal with that, bro.
yeah, but my problem is all the frustration being put out on a person who's been supporting the YouTube community and the Miami Dolphin community. And that's my issue. Like, we forget about this, bro. It's not like we don't forget about Brady. We're not trying to remember Brady, but now we're focusing on a guy who's trying to tell you, man, you need a Brady. That's the problem. We don't have a Brady.
I've been telling you guys that is the first new year. Speaking of
Ever
that,
have that
welcome
shit
back,
since
this
Dimmering though.
man on this platform. It's been too
Pete,
long, and
Pete,
it's good to have Pedrito back up here.
Man, what's
Pete,
up, Mace? You know football season is back.
Pete,
It's
it's been
already back.
crazy,
What's up,
bro.
Cap,
It's been
Lauro? Shout
crazy.
out to Lauro Keynes.
what's up?
And
What's up, man?
man, I actually like the conversation you guys were having because I agree with Lauro, bro. Greer is the problem here. He can't evaluate talent. I've been saying that for years. He's blind to it. And I honestly, personally, in my opinion, I think Stephen Ross, after that 2019 losing Brady, he just like, you know what? I got caught. He gave up. He had to just step down like he did, bro. He tried too hard and he cheated and he got caught. Now we're feeling the consequences of that.
I think the whole fan base
We
is
would have
feeling the
got
consequences,
if we
man.
would have got Brady in 2019, you think we would have Tua on the roster? You think this team will be the way it is right now?
No,
I mean, we're
Of
gonna find out
course.
week one, man. We're gonna find out week one.
Man, what the fuck are you gonna find out in week one when everybody in that city knows at some point in time he getting hurt, bro?
Let me tell
It
you
got to
what
see
week
it week
one.
one,
You
bro.
know, hey,
Gotta
week
see it.
one, when it's around the corner and the media, the game is about to go live, is like 12:45 and the kickoff is about to happen. You're gonna hear the commentators say, Tua Tagovailoa is 0-4 in his last 4 starts. He needs this win, and there's a chance he slips up to 0-5. That guy, Skylar Thompson, was phenomenal in preseason. I don't see how the Dolphins could skid past passing up on that guy. I'm telling you, watch it happen. It's gonna unfold right before everybody's eyes. Tua's gonna lose to the Chargers week one, and you remember what they said. Tua has never lost to the Patriots, Bill Belichick. Well, guess what? He ain't gonna beat him this time. He's gonna go 0-6 in his last 6. The Bulls are gonna go wild when he hits 0-7 at his home opener in Denver, bro.
And look,
Bro,
here's
when
one
that
thing.
guy starts
Y'all got hold
0-3
on one thing.
in his home
Y'all got to
opener
real
in Denver, he loses to Denver, the Bulls are gonna be so wild that the Skyler chants are gonna be heard over there in Houston, Laura.
and they got to realize this, man. Look, Belichick is not Belichick without Brady. All this Bill Belichick shit without Brady, bro. If they spinning that narrative about Tua hasn't lost to Belichick, bro, Belichick is different without Brady. Man,
exactly.
just because somebody brought that narrative up, that's a homer, bro. You can't do that. I mean, you're killing your franchise by saying stupid shit like that. He's never lost to Bill Belichick. Well, Belichick ain't won shit without Brady, bro. Come on, man.
Hey, but Laura, you're a Texas fan. You guys, oh my God, you got so lucky. I thought you guys were gonna be stuck with Bryce Young, dude.
Hey,
I
I
thought
told
you
Mace
guys
last
were
year I
gonna be
wanted
stuck
CJ.
with Bryce Young,
Hey, I told Mace last year I wanted CJ Stroud. So I
bro.
mean,
The
yeah.
Panthers screwed the pooch there and let you guys land CJ. That was shocking, bro.
Hey man, you
Mudbone,
guys,
any comments?
you
Good point, Mudbone.
yeah, yeah. I would say we're fortunate. We're fortunate, and you know what? that trade that we made 3-4 years ago, I'm starting to think that, because you fucked the first year up with that trade.
You didn't fuck up the
I
second year. I
mean, you
tell you
fucked the
that.
first. You got the second year kind of straight. You got your boy Christian, I think, in that year, right? But you fucked the first year up with the draft.
This fan base, when I was telling them that trading Tunzel was the worst decision ever, bro. You guys are potentially can have Tunzel till he's like 38 years old, dude. Just hypothetically. You don't trade a franchise left tackle when you find one ever. Because these guys can last longer than almost everybody, bro.
You're right.
Look at this.
He could honestly be Anthony Munoz and
He
play
could
till
be they
he's. Yeah, you're right.
yeah.
You're right. You're
They
right.
could be anchors for your team for years, bro. Consistent. Number one thing in the NFL is chemistry and consistency. No, chemistry. I forgot the word right now, but I'm telling you right now, if you don't have that, you're just not gonna ever be right. And that's something the Dolphins never had. And look at Greer always hiring these first-time head coaches. The guys were positional water boys at one point.
It's
I
true.
just don't get it.
can't argue that.
I
It's all
I
true.
just don't get it. I just don't get it. And then they call me a hater. They say I'm not a believer. Yeah, I'm not a believer. I don't buy into this. Any move Chris Greer does, it's more of like I question it than trust it.
Pete, where you
Hard
been, bro? I need a guy like you on my side.
What do you mean? I've been canceled out from the whole community.
Then, bro, you know this is your home. I mean, you're D1. Man, again, this is your home, Pete. Miami, put a one in the chat. Miami and Sean, if you're still in there. Don't we miss Pete in here, Mr. Miami? Don't you miss Pete? Put a 1, 305. Damn. 305. Really
I missed you guys too, bro. That's why I'm here, Mace. What you think? Football season is back. It's good to have some real conversations up in here.
Yeah, bro. I deleted my Twitter today, bro. I had enough.
Mr. Miami put a big number 1 for Pete. Bring it coming back.
Oh my God. You have no idea, dude. The messages I got.
Let me say this about the community, as they like to call themselves. I have really nothing against them at all, because I don't really be around them. But they really need to stop acting delusional and wake up how pathetic this franchise been since Marino got hurt. And that's something that they refuse to accept. I mean, if I ever won a playoff game in 23 years, I'll be fucking bro. Shit. Mudbone says Dolphins beat
Hey, mate. You always had a scapegoat, bro.
Who was the scapegoat?
Hey, Lauro.
Tom Brady. Tom Brady.
Let me tell you something.
Fucking Brady.
The other day, the NFL on Twitter dropped a picture on Tom Brady's birthday of him in shape throwing a football. I'm telling you right now, bro, this is something that I've been thinking a lot. And I don't even be trying to tell my community over here on these panels, because then they look at me as an evil hater. But think about the media, what they're doing to the Dolphins with Tua. Think about it. Oh, if he stays healthy, if this. Every time I hear, it's not just one. It's all of them.
Thank you, Pete.
All of them.
Pete is on point. That's what I've been saying.
There's nobody coming out saying, don't worry, guys, he's good. This is not going to happen. No, all of them are saying, if healthy. Meaning, they're prepared to tell you and turn around and say, we know he was not going to last. They're ready to bash this organization the moment this guy gets hurt, or even if he starts having a bad game. You know what they're going to do? They're going to go to a hit in the first quarter and say, look, Tua's probably concussed off of this hit because he's been throwing some real bad passes. Like, we're the laughing stock, dude. We have one of the worst, softest quarterbacks in the league, and the fan base just wants to cheer it on, dude. I don't get it. You have people, like, think about this.
Yeah.
I'm going to just give you a perfect example. RG3 blew his knee. What were people coming back saying? That's a significant, real injury, bro. And multiple broken knees, and Joe Burrow, they come back. They don't if that guy. They never if. They never ifed. They just told these guys to go out and play ball.
Hey, here's my thing about football, right?
Damn,
about sports, really, right? If you go into a season with too many ifs, bro, your squad not good, dog. Like real talk. I mean, now the ifs, if it's a quarterback, that's the biggest if. But if you go into a season, man, if our running backs, if our linebackers, if our DBs, bro, you're not gonna win shit. Unless you have Tom Brady or Pat Mahomes or somebody of that ilk as your quarterback. Because if you have that dude as quarterback, he can overcome anything. We've seen it.
Laurel, let me say this to you right
We've
now.
seen it, bro.
Laurel, let me say this right now. Back in March, I said in here that that I ranked the quarterbacks, from 1 to 20. And I didn't put Tua in the top 10. And all these guys tried to attack me. Okay? 3 weeks later, the national media did it. And everything I said, they said. Those guys haven't been back in here since. It just goes to tell you. You can talk about, I don't call him number 1. I call him number 82 because that's what the players vote him. If number 82, you believe that this man's elite and he can carry you to a Super Bowl, you keep believing that. But when he's going home to Honolulu in mid-January to go home to relax because they got bumped again, or God forbid if they don't make the playoffs, oh man.
Hey man, I thought it was kind of funny that your boy turned down being on that Manning's Netflix show for next season, right? I thought it could have been good for you guys. It could have been good for him, but I mean, he turned it down for whatever personal reasons he did. I don't want to bash him for it, but I mean, dude, Tua is up against a lot. Tua got thrust into like national prominence because he replaced Jalen Ramsey in that national championship game, right? Jalen Hurts. I'm sorry. He replaced Jalen Hurts in that national championship game, and he won. Man, maybe Tua wasn't that good. Maybe it was the theatrics of him replacing Jalen Hurts, and maybe that just made him because he broke his hip the next year, bro.
Laro, if you ever,
bro.
Laro, let me tell you something. If you ever played football, when you get the starting quarterback benched, you go to sleep, bro. It's like you already did your job. You felt victory already. You already won. You know what I'm saying? You don't play with the same animosity. They switch a quarterback on you. The defense is like, we got that guy benched, bro. That's it. We did our job. Now we just got to see what this guy has. Let's shut him down and see he ain't much better. You know what I'm saying? So the defense falls asleep. That's what I think the Ravens did. The Ravens last year too, they fell asleep. They were blown out.
They had the worst secondary in the league last year.
Yeah, and they got hurt too. Yep. And then Tua comes out on the second half and throws 5 touchdowns. They went to sleep, bro.
I give Tua credit though. I mean,
on the last drive, he got lucky. That was a beautiful drive. I didn't think he had it.
That, bro.
But those other drives, bro, the Ravens were sleeping, bro.
Yeah, I don't hate Tua like people think I do. I just tell it like it is. And to me, he's all right. He's right where...
Mace, you hate him, bro. Just stop it, Mace. Stop.
I don't hate him, bro. I mean,
nobody hates Tua. I don't even hate Tua. Nobody hates Tua. They just we don't. At least for me,
the guy works hard in the offseason. He does what nobody can say that man does not work hard in the offseason, bro. It is.
Bro,
what
it'll be the most special. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all straight up, and it's an easy answer. The most hated quarterback in the NFL right now is Tua. Easy.
Man, I think that's Aaron Rodgers, bro. Come on. I'm not going to say. Come on, man. You can't say
it's not even. No, I'm telling you. It's not even close, bro.
It's not even Aaron Rodgers, bro.
Hell, the most hated quarterback in the NFL right now is Tua.
I can't stand Josh Allen, bro.
What the hell did Josh Allen do to you besides win like the division for the
past 2 years? Oh, I don't know. You tell me the past 2 years?
No, Josh Allen came in 18. The last 5 years, bro.
5 years.
Okay, so what has Josh Allen done besides winning the division for all those years, bro? Why you hate Josh Allen?
Okay, well, you just finished telling me we had to experience the Tom Brady bullshit. I just hope we don't have to experience the same shit with this guy.
And look and think about this. We miss out on Herbert. We miss out on Brady. We miss out on Deshaun Watson. We miss out on Aaron Rodgers.
Cause this stupid
How
ass wanted Tua. Come on, it's not that clear to see.
Hold
look
up.
at the legends
Yeah.
we've just passed up. The opportunity to grab, and some of them we were after and fell off and didn't pull the trigger because of Tua. So now, when he doesn't have these big games, how are we supposed to hold them accountable when those other quarterbacks we missed out? What if Aaron Rodgers goes out week 1 against Buffalo, turns around, throws 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions? It's a
You're right.
beautiful game by both
Speak
guys.
on it.
We turn
Speak
around
on
week
it.
1 and we lose. Justin Herbert throws, like I see him doing, just chewing us up all over. He's going to throw like 4 touchdowns on us for sure. What are we going to do, bro? Deshaun Watson is winning in Cleveland. Herbert is winning in with the Chargers. Everybody, all these other quarterbacks that could have landed with us. Aaron Rodgers is a Jet. They're winning, and we're not. How is that going to look against our organization and franchise?
Well, let me
Very,
ask you
very
this. Let me go a
bad.
little deeper. I'm glad Pete. It's great to have Pete back up here. Let me go a step further, Pete. How is the delusional fans going to take that? I see you, my boy.
I agree.
Are they going to
I
keep
think.
saying?
Hold up. Hey, Mace. I think that's a question for Cap. How are delusional fans gonna feel when you lost out on all of that? But you
I mean,
still
look,
have to maintain. But you still have to maintain being a fan at the same time.
that's what I mean. It's a thin line. It's a tough balance to have, especially with this season. That's why I'm telling you, it's important, bro. It's imperative that we win because if not, it's going to be very difficult to make excuses after 4 years, man. Especially if it happens the same way it's happened before. God forbid, we don't want any of that to happen. We want everything to be positive. We understand that. But if it don't work out that way, I'm just saying it's not going
Year
to be.
24 coming up. If it doesn't happen this year, it'll be 24th year, bro. If I was two, I would have never took another
Yeah,
snap after the finger lock up thing.
ain't no tailgate gonna fix it. Ain't no
That's
party gonna
crazy.
fix it. Ain't no charity fund gonna fix it. It's gonna be, what have you done for me lately?
Damn right.
So here's the crazy thing, right? If he has a halfway decent season, you got to pay that guy $200 million.
That's the
Shoot, I
issue we
agree
got
with
going
you
on
on
here.
that.
Like if he
If
gets
he
us
has
to the
an
point like
okay
last
season,
season and then he's out,
yeah,
what do
if
we
he has
do?
an okay season, Dolphins ain't gonna pay him.
No, I don't think the Dolphins are going to pay him. I think what they did with this 5th-year option is that, honestly, I think they're actually evaluating Skylar Thompson, because if they're sitting there in the quarterback and it looks normal, it's not worth paying a quarterback that much money if the talent isn't that much different.
Well, if he has a big year,
But if
which I
Skylar
think he
doesn't,
will,
I'm
then
not
just
saying
pay
big.
him.
It's not a
You
big
got to
year though,
remember,
Mace.
Lauro, these
What?
guys are watching these guys in practice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm trying to tell this fan base. I told them from the get, just this preseason last year. Told them Skylar is going to put a halt into Tua, because Tua, popularity wise, is not even close with Skylar. But you can't say that about the skills. Skylar gives you more, dude. When the Dolphins are, you're not gonna win in this NFL every play you call. You're gonna need your quarterback to do off script things. You're gonna need your quarterback to break a tackle and break off a sack or something and run. And when that's, I'm telling you, when Tua's not running and he's taking sacks left and right, and that ball's not coming out because the defense is taking out the first read, it's a wrap. It's a wrap.
And I believe, this is my opinion, I think last year, the month of December, he was figured out. And I think that's
100%.
why he was figured out by the Charger defense, the Niner defense. He played good in Buffalo. I give him that in the cold. And
Mace.
what Green Bay did to him was bad.
Now, Mace, let me just say this, and this is something that we talk about down here in Houston. After he played the Texans, right? I think he looked good for a half or something like that. After that game, what did he do the rest of the season? And he looked like dog shit.
Which
He
guy?
really did. Tua. He
Yeah.
looked like dog shit. Dog shit.
My bone makes a good point. He said, what if Tua has a big year and he's right back in the MVP conversation? They'll pay him. No question about it. They will pay him.
Of
I'm
course,
sorry.
bro. That's the main objective.
I'm sorry. Did he say what if Tua is back into MVP
No, he says what if
conversation?
he accomplishes everything?
When the
he gets
fuck has he ever been in MVP conversation?
He was last year until he got into
Man,
week.
after that one big week he had, man, come on, man. Okay, all right, bro.
Well, look,
Oh,
this
it's
is my
not me.
thing. This is my thing. Like, we say he was in the conversations, but you know, I mean, do we really? Like, because everybody thought the Pro Bowl was going to be a slide, and he didn't even get the votes from the fans.
No, he got the vote from the fans. He didn't get.
I'm sorry, yeah, he got the vote from the fans, but he didn't get it from everybody else, like the players and the media.
Yeah, that was it. The players, the GMs, and the media didn't give him shit. They shut his ass out.
So I mean, I understand that aspect, but you know, he did make the top 100 this season, so that's
number 82.
You know, what was it, 87, 82?
82,
I mean,
82.
Yeah, you know, something. Like, we'll take the baby steps, but you know, if you want to be in that conversation, man, this is the year. I'm sorry.
I believe this, and I said this earlier tonight to start the show. You put Tua in Cleveland, you put him in Philly, you put him in Green Bay, you put him in New Orleans, Atlanta, you put him in Seattle, San Francisco, he will flourish. It's not because of what you guys think. A guy like Tua needs an offensive line, bro. If he had a good offensive line, he will light it up, bro. He would.
Yeah.
But because his offensive line is shaky and his running backs suck, he's what you call it? He's a sitting duck out there. And that's why he's getting concussion.
Mace, I say we utilize and I mean abuse the crap out of Tyreek Hill, dude. Give that boy the rock as many times as you can, even if you have to give it to him out of the backfield. Just hand him the rock.
Cap, it's like I said, I think they're going to end up with Dalvin Cook. I do. When Cook comes, give him the ball 70% of the time. Trade one of those bums, Mozart or Wilson. Trade one of them because they ain't making no money. And Dalvin Cook will have that rock 65% of the time. And if they do that, they can win the Super Bowl in that series. Because their defense is good enough to make it a short field. And from everything I'm hearing, Fangio don't think they're there yet. He wants more players. In English, read between the lines, folks. He wants bigger linebackers.
And you know what I'm starting to think too, by the way? I know you want to talk defense. I'm going to keep it on Tua. This dude, there was a lot of hype on Robbie Chosen Anderson. A lot of hype on Chosen Anderson.
I talked about this Friday. Go ahead.
Did you hear about the hype on Chosen Anderson all this off season?
But let
me tell you, I seen Omar Kelly on DDW's channel today talking about that he doesn't think Chosen might make
the roster.
Oh, I've been telling this fan base that for the longest. And you got to remember, this is the same guy that attacked a bunch of quarterbacks.
Yep.
He said he attacked a lot, and I'm shocked that he hasn't said anything about Tua just yet. But in my opinion, there's nothing coming. I heard. I think it's gonna come.
Friday.
And you said that. And in my opinion, I wouldn't be shocked if he already blew up on Tua, and that's why he's not getting more reps. This guy's gonna. I think he's gonna have a huge preseason with Mike White and Skylar Thompson. I really do. And it's his talents are gonna show. But if this guy doesn't make the roster, or if he doesn't play as much, it's gonna because he has a dispute with QB1, bro. Because you got to remember, QBs pick their receivers who they want to play with. Let's just be honest here.
Facts. Yeah, it's true. I said it on Friday. I started the show with this. I said, bro, you should have known I've always picked Robbie Anderson. I don't call him my children. Always picked Robbie Anderson on my fantasy teams, bro. I know how he reacts when he ain't getting no catches. At least
When he was in Carolina with Sam Darnold, and they were talking about bringing Baker Mayfield over there, he was defending Sam Darnold. He was talking crap about Baker Mayfield, all that stuff, bro. Just wait until it happens.
Hill war ready? Yeah. But facts, yeah. I told you, I mean, these guys were, hey man, we got this, we got that. I said, okay. We'll see what happens when he's not getting balls thrown to him. Guess what? They've had 8 practices. He's only practiced twice. And he's
Flores
not hurt.
was Yep.
And the reason why he practiced twice, because they said the offensive coordinator really don't want him. And he already set the receivers. Is Hill and Waddle and Barrios. And like I said the other day, Kane was up here. It's not like Barrios sucks. Barrios is pretty damn good on third down. And this is what happens again. And this is Robbie Anderson's fault. He should have did his homework on the Dolphins, like Tyreek told him. And Omar Kelly was in the locker room. Tyreek told him, bro, you got to speak up. Don't let the offensive coordinator play you like this.
Hey, Mace, did you catch Jordan Love in his scrimmage?
Yeah.
Dude, that guy on the 2-minute drill took a full command of the offense, hurry up offense, got everybody in line screaming at it, drove down and threw a beautiful touchdown.
Did you see that touchdown he threw to
Dobbs on the right?
Yeah, the one to
Aaron Jones one between the defender's sidearm?
Yeah, sidearm, yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I saw that.
The kid's looking nice, dude.
The big running back is still on.
Hey, that would be a football tragedy if Green Bay was able to transition from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers to somebody else. I don't want to see that shit happen because.
And I was just, I was gonna tell Mace. Remember the quarterback that Flores wanted?
Yeah, Jordan Love.
That's another one. If this kid looked amazing in his scrimmage, the way he just was calling the plays on the run, getting everybody to the line of scrimmage, and then he threw that nice touchdown pass to the right. It was awesome to see.
Yeah.
And that was against Jair Alexander with Christian Watson. It was amazing.
He's running Alexander. And it's Rashul Butler is funny. He's telling the offense they ain't shit yet. He goes on this guy's Clay's Darius Slay's podcast and says both of them love Jordan Love. The two guys they were this gushing over in the Darius Slay podcast was him and Waddle. Oh, they love both of them. Love them some Jalen Waddle, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, I'll trade Jalen Waddle. I like him, but I prefer to trade him. If I could get a quarterback or something, I would prefer to use like Tua and Waddle in a package to get like that perfect quarterback in my perfect world. But that dream sailed already with Watson. That would have been the ideal thing to do, man, was trade Tua and Waddle for Watson, bro.
Man, bro, there's no way the Texans would have traded.
The Texans did not want one. They did not want Tua. The Texans did not want Tua. If you guys would have probably liked Tua, that deal would have went through. You guys did not want Tua. That's what it was.
I bet if it was old boy in San Diego and Waddle, I bet that deal would have been done like
5 seconds.
5 seconds, bro. Just off that first season, dude. Just off that first season that Justin Herbert had. Man, y'all fucked up, bro. Man, look, listen.
Yeah.
You can overcome a lot of things, but when you have to overcome what guys have to overcome, like missing on quarterbacks, you gotta have a quarterback. You gotta have a quarterback. You gotta have one.
And I'm being honest here. If they will go in that
I
direction, they better do it next year's draft. Or if they don't make the playoffs, and they let's say go 7-10, they should go in that direction. Go get a quarterback. I would agree. 7-10, he don't get hurt. Oh yeah, that means something went seriously wrong. If they go 7-10, he never got hurt.
You see, the thing is, when he's not gonna play good, Mace, they're just gonna do the PR stunt and make him say he's hurt, bro. Listen to me.
Oh yeah, I called it out 3 years ago. Remember, Pete, when they
I'm
said
telling
that
you, bro.
his thumb was hurt? I said that's bullshit. They just wanted
They're
to
gonna,
make sure Fitzpatrick can beat the 0-14 Jets. That's why they fucking make that excuse, bro. They wanted to get that
yeah,
Met win, bro. That Jets win that year, bro.
coach. He's gonna go on to like a 3-and-out. It's gonna look real bad. He's gonna go to the bench. I say, Coach, what are we doing next? Coach is gonna tell him, hey man, Skyler's going in. Next drive, roll your ankle so it looks like you're out with an injury.
Hey man, you know what?
Yeah, Pete, I love you.
Hey, you know what? And I'm gonna say this. It didn't help that you guys lost the first round pick last year, and it's not gonna help that you guys thought that you got the reincarnation of Deion Sanders, and now you're
Really?
losing a third round pick next year. I mean, cause he's not gonna play. I mean, he's gonna play maybe if Jalen Ramsey gets back, but now you're losing a third round pick. So back to back years, you're losing picks for zero. Man, that shit adds up over years, man. It adds up, bro. If you're drafting well. Now, if you draft like shit, like you guys do already anyway, then maybe it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. But I mean, the things that you guys give up for absolutely nothing, man, bro, that would set your franchise back a decade, or at least 3-4 seasons. The dumb shit with Minka Fitzpatrick, bro. And you don't, man, bro, y'all be fucking up, man. Talk, bro. I mean, you let an all-pro go for scraps?
Facts. Facts. 3-time All-Pro and only 4 years professional football. Let me take that back. 5 years professional football? Shit. And who did they get back? A
Then you go out
fucking
and
waste of time offensive
then you
tackle.
go out. Then Greer goes out. He hears the Jets are after Aaron Rodgers, and he's like, "What do I do?" He goes out and gets an aging corner with a huge contract, and then the whole fan base is like, "We fleeced the Rams. We got him for a third." No, the general managers know what they're doing. He's a regressing corner. They would have just looked at the Buffalo tape with Josh Allen. They would have probably never signed him, but they probably never watched that game, so they don't know how bad Diggs scored 2 touchdowns on him. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. How do you not cock block the Jets, knowing that they're gonna try to go for a Super Bowl with an MVP caliber quarterback, and you don't want to get involved?
Here's the reason why.
You This is no. As bad as it sounds and as sad as it says, I gotta be honest. I think it's bad karma going to Greer's way. To be honest with you, that's why Ramsey got. That's why Ramsey got hurt, bro. He's trying to force this. He's trying to force the plunger down the toilet instead of just using the plunger. Right? He's forcing it down the hole, trying to put it all the way down there.
What's up, Miami Music? That's what I said last week, bro. I said the ineptitude continues. I said this is why they're inept. Ramsey's out there. Oh, Sean tells me last 2 Thursdays ago he hurt. They had to call him off. I said, there you go. I call it the curse of Dan Marino when he tore his Achilles exactly 30 years ago this year in Cleveland. Franchise has
And this is and the sad thing is, we got joint practice tomorrow with the Falcons and the next few days, I believe.
Yeah, I can't wait to see.
Tuesday and Thursday. Is it tomorrow, Cap?
It's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tuesday.
The intensity level just went past 10 right now. There's gonna
Okay,
be other people that are gonna get nicked up and hurt.
I
And
have a
I
question.
hate to say it, but it's going to happen
I
to
have a
another
question for you
guy.
guys. How do you feel about your head coach right now?
I can't stand that guy. I like him. I gotta be honest. No, wait. Let me look. Let me say it the way I need to say it on the internet.
It's all yours.
I think he's a good play designer, but that's about it. He's not a leader. There's a lot of characteristics that go into being a coach, and he's missing about 10 of them. You know, I just don't want to go down the whole list. He's just a
Damn.
good play designer.
God
I
damn.
think he's a good play designer. You know, but he's an analytical type of coach. He plays the analytical sides. But other than that, I just don't see him as a leader. I don't see him as a great coach at all. He's just,
So basically, what you're saying is you guys are fucked.
I believe so, with McDaniel for sure. But that's why they have Vic Fangio in the building to carry some of those characteristics that everybody sees that McDaniel can't foresee, bro. He can't carry some of the things. But he's smart. He's smart. He knows how to design plays, get people in motion, and get people in the right position. That's the important thing about football is getting those first downs. That's what he knows how to do. He just needs a good guy to do it, you know. But other than that, everything else, he's lacking a lot of.
Hey, you know what? I will say this, right? Because we have D'Amico Ryans right now, and everybody's talking about the Kyle Shanahan tree, and you got the guy in for the Rams or whatnot, and he's actually succeeded, right?
Yeah.
And then you have Salah up in the Jets, and they look like they're all right. So I'm not gonna say that the Shanahan tree is like the Belichick tree, right? But just everybody's not gonna work out from that so-called quote-unquote Shanahan tree. So that's why I asked about McDaniel, because I mean I honestly want to know, because it's like I've been hearing a lot and I hear good things about him, but I guess what he said is probably accurate, because we have an offensive coordinator right now, Bobby Slowick, who came up under Shanahan, and he's a fucking tech analytic nerd, bro. And I couldn't imagine that guy being, my head coach or whatnot. So I mean, hey, you got to go with it. He has weapons. He has a cheetah. He has Jalen Waddle. He has I guess the who is that? He has A-Train right now. Yeah, exactly.
They changed out, by the way, Laura. He got hurt. He got
Hey,
hurt over
y'all
the weekend.
fuck.
Well,
Y'all,
here's the
man.
difference. Here's the difference between D'Amico Ryans and a lot of those other guys from that tree. D'Amico Ryans actually played the game and at a high
That's
level.
true. That's true.
All right, he knows what he's doing. He sat up here after the 49ers beat the Dolphins. Go back to that week, go to the post game after the game, and go listen to what D'Amico Ryans says about Mike McDaniel. He literally says he runs exactly what Kyle Shanahan does, with a little bit more motion. He knew everything Mike McDaniel was going to call. Salah knows everything Mike McDaniel is going to call. All of these other coaches, they know, because actually McDaniel to me is probably the lesser one out of all of them.
Of course he is, because one of the main reasons why is he's the lesser, because he was always at the bottom of that group at all times until this guy promoted him.
Yep.
Shanahan, running back coach.
And he never was a true offensive coordinator anyway in the first place. And your dumbass owner made him a fucking head coach. Not even being a true offensive that's fucked up, bro. That is
No, you know what's fucked up? You know what's really fucked up? And you could keep cooking, Laura. You know what's fucked up? We passed up on a Super Bowl appearing coach, bro, and Doug Peterson at that.
Yep. And a former Dolphin that won Don Shula his 325th victory, a Super Bowl coach.
Peterson has experience, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't want Brian Daboll. I mean, the guy's doing good, but I didn't want no Daboll. He didn't have no head coaching experience. I wanted some. Now, check this out. Check this out. You know what hit me not too long ago, Mace? Oh my God. I think the Dolphins are already prepping. Stephen Ross is working with a microscope behind closed doors. This is just something that a thought flashed. Remember, Stephen Ross got suspended from his own team. There's another coach in college from Michigan that got suspended for the first 4 games. This is like a PR stunt to get Jim Harbaugh out of Michigan. And when he's out of Michigan, he's going to Miami.
Even there are the Chargers.
Bro, they might lose like 3 out of the first 4 games. Jim Harbaugh is not going to make up from it. He's not going to win it all. The PR stunts are going to start in their department. Oh, he got suspended, all this crap. Next thing you know, the Dolphins are bad. They're going to fire their coach. Jim Harbaugh, in my opinion, is going to end up a Dolphin.
Teddy Bridgewater signs tonight with the Lions.
That's how I see it happening
in New Orleans.
No, he signed with the Lions, Detroit.
No, Kareem Hunt, I'm talking about.
Oh, Kareem Hunt went to New Orleans. It's official.
No, he went to visit.
Yeah, he went to visit today. Yeah, this morning.
With the Lions.
Yeah. 305 spitting out facts. Yeah,
See, a lot of
Dolphins, they just don't do shit like that.
yesterday and today, bro. Like a lot of these guys are signing, and camp's about to be over. It's about to be, the first week of preseason. It's like one of these guys that are holding
It's
out.
on Thursday and Friday. Yeah.
I'm curious to know what Josh Jacobs happens to Josh Jacobs. And
The Raiders are working on moving.
That's why I told you, Cap. Joint practices are starting tomorrow.
Yep.
It's not only for the Dolphins and Falcons. All across the league, all the preseason games are about to start. Injuries are going to pile up now.
Yep.
Names that you couldn't even imagine, and I wouldn't be shocked if Tua doesn't even make it to week 1 somehow, bro.
All right, the Chiefs. This is the final. The top 10 players in the league, according to N.F.L. Network, voted by the players. 1 is Mahomes, 2 is Jefferson, 3 is Hurts, 4 is Nick Bosa, 5 is Kelsey, 6 is Joe Burrow, 7 Tyreek Hill, 8 Josh Allen, 9 Micah Parsons, and 10 Chris Jones. So those are voted by the players, top 10 players in football.
I've come to the fruition that the top 100 players are just based off the stats that you did kind of like last year. It's based off stats. Because there's no way you're putting Jalen Hurts ahead of Josh Allen. You see what I'm saying? You're not putting Jalen Hurts in front of Justin Herbert.
that should have been what? That the year they drafted Waddle, they could have got Parsons.
The top 100 list. The top 100 list should be dominated by quarterbacks in at least the top 10.
But you see what I'm saying? Michael Parsons make the top 10, and he's a linebacker, bro.
To me, Parsons should be higher. But they got 4 quarterbacks in the top 10.
Tyreek Hill should be lower, but since he has he's good. Don't get me wrong, Tyreek Hill. You see, the thing with Tyreek Hill is he's explosive with the ball in his hands. But the guy don't have good hands. Mace, have you heard all the drops in camp lately by Tyreek Hill?
Yeah, they said that Tyreek Hill's been horrible in camp.
And Waddle. Both of these guys been dropping balls left and right, bro.
Somehow I get the feeling they know that the longer what's our boy? Cook is out there, they know why the Dolphins want him. And if he does go there, the offense is going to go for him. And I'd rather have it that way. Because at least I know he can hit a grand slam running the football at all times. I don't have a problem with the offense running through Dalvin Cook if he comes. To me, that's a blessed thing. Keep your quarterback healthy. He won't get hurt, so there'll be no excuses. And those bum running backs they got now, but all those guys and that Dolphin community said run it back. This is why, I'll say again, why you go out and get a Dalvin Cook. Those 4 running backs are bums they got right now. Omar Kelly said on Saturday he would rather give the job to my boy. Who's my boy again? Myles Gaskin.
Nah, Salman Ahmed's been balling, bro.
Bro, Damian Pierce will come to Miami and start day 1.
I don't know what Chris Greer is going to do. Chris Greer could do a number of things, bro.
The only reason I think that, I wouldn't go heavy on a running back salary, but I forget that Reggie McKenzie was with the Raiders, bro. I don't know if he still has a relationship with them or not. And that's the only reason I say something with Josh Jacobs might happen. But, if Cook's going to get out there, bro, just, push come to shove and our running backs are banged up, bro. I mean, just do what you need to do, but do it now. Like, get it over with.
By the way, I think Jonathan Taylor is doing the right thing. If I get a fucking hangnail, I'm not playing next season. I mean, we're talking about running backs right now. Bro.
You didn't hear what Irsay said? Irsay said, look, I could shut you down. You said you got a back injury? How bad is it? Hold on. Is it that bad? I'll shut you down right now. It's crazy, bro.
Straight up. You're not going to play those games, bro. Some players play the game and the owners don't like that. And at the same time, it goes both ways.
He didn't pay Marshall.
It goes both ways.
Here's the thing, though. Like Saquon, at least he got paid once. JT, Jonathan Taylor, he hasn't been paid yet. So I would take that exact same approach. Bro, if you don't want to give me a contract this year, that's fine. All right. If I got a fucking headache, I'm not playing, bro. What's up?
That goes on your resume. There's a thing about being in the building that coaches are going to look. Look, let me tell you something, Laura. If I even have to question you, are you a team player? Are you going to be here? You're not. So if you're a sit-out player, you're looking for money, there's just some teams that don't want it. They rather draft somebody.
That's true.
Well, I'm not gonna let y'all use me up and then don't give me a deal next year. Fuck that. No.
We're giving you an opportunity. We're not looking at it as we're using you. We're giving you an opportunity.
And I get that too. I respect that. But when you have guys that sign for the minimum, like Joe Mixon did in Cincinnati, it affects all these guys, bro. Whether they want to believe it or not, it really affects them.
It doesn't matter. He did the right thing. That's what you do for family. What did you do that for your family? A lot of people don't look at locker room as a family. When it's a family, that's why your team is going to the playoffs. That's why your team is winning divisions. That's why your team is Super Bowl contending.
Facts.
The Cincinnati Bengals have a family locker room, bro. They love each other in there. Joe Mixon took a pay cut.
You got Joe Mixon taking the less, setting the market, and he hasn't even been.
Man, fuck that. If he didn't do it, he was gonna get his ass cut. Y'all better stop this bullshit, dog. Y'all better stop that, man.
He does it right, and he's considered all right. He's lowballing the market, but he's not from there, bro. He's not from there, but he's willing to go back. But the ones that are here, it's like, what's the problem? Just come home.
Somebody's cracking up over there. It ain't me. Somebody's cracking up.
No, Laura had me laughing with that. Go ahead, Laura. What you mean? Stop it.
Look, man, I understand to protect the franchise, but y'all on some bullshit right now. Look, man. Okay, look, mate. Why wouldn't you, if you were the New York Giants, why wouldn't you pay the best player in your team instead of a bum-ass quarterback?
Because in their opinion, the bum-ass corporate-looking quarterback is who they love. running back got hurt too many years. They don't have belief in him.
I'll tell you one thing. That bum ass quarterback said, "Oh my God, I'm about to lose my job. I'm gonna use my legs," and that's what I think saved his job.
That and winning a playoff game on the road.
That dude shocked me. He's a running quarterback, guys. Believe it or not, he's a running quarterback, dude. Look at him run, Lauro, and tell me he's not a mobile, athletic quarterback. He's just white, so people don't want to think about him like that. Let's be real.
They call him White Vic.
Bro, the guy's fast, bro. He's athletic. He's huge. He runs over people. He's like Josh Allen with a lesser arm.
Yeah. True.
Damn.
That is true. Yeah.
I seen it, bro.
And
It was just this
and,
year
and
I
hold
found
up,
it out,
hold up.
and that's what I think happened. That job was on the line, and he said, "I got to use my body. That's what the coaches want. They want
So
precision passing. I
for
need to
all
save
that
and
high
run and
praise,
get first downs."
so for all that high praise you gave him, I think he had like 17 or 15 touchdown
15
passes last year.
touchdowns and 7 touchdowns.
Come on, man, get the fuck out of here, man.
Making $43
How
million
many?
this year.
15.
It was a stagnant offense, but he put it on the line. He put his body on the line.
And Mr. Miami's cracking up about
How many
Daniel
Kentucky?
Jones
He got the same. He got a couple.
won a playoff game. Yeah. I don't know what they said.
Didn't they beat the Vikings?
Yeah, on the road. Yeah, he won a playoff game.
That's crazy.
You see. I don't know what to say, man. I just know that.
Hey, check this out. The Falcons. Hey, the Falcons activated Calais Campbell off the PUP list yesterday so he could practice against the Dolphins.
They got Mac Hollins too, bro.
Yeah, I like Atlanta this year to win that division. Me and Laurel very high on beat John Robinson.
I'm gonna tell you something about Atlanta. Atlanta is the only team in the NFC South that brought back continuity with all their coaching staff.
Yeah, I'm going with Atlanta in that division.
They still got the same offensive coordinator, same defensive coordinator, same head coach, same all of that.
Yeah, I like Atlanta. I like Desmond Ritter, Drake London. Yeah, I like that group. I do. I love their running game with Robinson, Algiers. They got a good tight end. If he could put it together for once. And Kyle Pitts. Offensive line is tremendous. Defensive line is very good. Their corners are outstanding. Atlanta. Yeah, I'm very high on Desmond Ritter.
What you think about the quarterback competition in Washington with Sam Howell and Jacoby Brissett, dude?
I have not seen Sam Howell. A lot of people think it's the truth.
They're saying Brissett gonna.
They're actually saying Sam Howell is gonna start.
Yep. Everybody's
But I think, yep. But I think when the preseason starts, everybody's gonna see the Brissett and they're gonna want him to start.
Yeah.
Brissett.
Well, hey, check this out, fellas. I'm gonna holler at you guys later, but I hope I can talk to both of you guys in a couple of weeks after the joint practices in H-Town. I mean, real talk.
Yeah, I'm great.
Oh yeah, we're going to Houston to joint practice.
Yeah,
You going? You gonna watch that?
Nah, I'll probably be working, so I'll just probably hear
Dude,
about
you gotta do it for Mace, bro. You gotta go to the practice. You gotta show us some clips. You gotta be up here showing what's going on and reporting it for us, dude. Why do that for your boy Mace, man?
Hey man, that's a good point, but don't put me on the spot like that.
No,
but he's making a good point though. I will
don't
say
make your
he's
money,
making
bro.
a good point. He's making a good point.
Say hello to those nice, beautiful neighbors out in Sugarland, bro.
Hey, do your thing, man. You stay blessed, Laura.
Those
All right,
red
man.
bone chicks are
I'll
going up.
holler at you guys later, man. Hey, I
Bro,
hope
good
y'all
night,
get it
man.
together.
Thanks for giving me 3 hours, bro. I love you, man.
All right, bro.
305, get up here, bro. I'm gonna drop the link. I'm gonna take this off the air. We're gonna stay
Hey, but
here.
I'm super excited for the season, dude. Like,
Pete, do you
I
really
gotta.
feel in your heart of hearts they're gonna do something this year?
I want them to shut me up. Like, my heart says no, but my mind is playing tricks on me. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm the
Like, my
same way.
heart says no, but my mind plays tricks on me.
I'm the same way. I want to see them win a playoff game so bad. Get this monkey off our
What
back.
happened, Cap?
I don't hear Cap.
Yeah, Halloween fell on the weekend.
No, to be honest with you, Mace, it's just gonna be this offense can't be stopped, dude. Like, let's be honest here. Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, we're gonna be putting up points. We have to, bro. And if Tua's not doing it, Skyler's gonna do it. And that's my mind playing tricks on me, Mace, so I can have some hope. You get me? Because I'm done with Tua. So right now, what
We
happened,
got
Cap?
27 points. We've been averaging 27. Last year was 24. We got to score more points a game.
Wait for
I want
305 to
touchdowns.
get this and get out of here.
So what's your expectations for the season, Mace?
I got them winning the division. After that, I don't know because you know how
No,
this team does some dumb shit. You know what I'm saying?
no. I'm gonna tell you right now, straight up, Mace. If
Yeah.
we win the division, we got a home playoff game. We're going to the Super Bowl.
Okay.
You heard it here. If we get a home playoff game, we're not losing that game, dude. There wouldn't be a single away jersey in that stadium, bro. It'll be filled with Dolphins.
Depends on who they play.
It don't matter who they play. If it's a home playoff game, then bro, there won't be an away jersey in that game, in that stadium. I know what I'm telling you. That's how hungry this fan base is. That's why you have a bunch of mad fans like me and you. Think about it. We get a home playoff game. Mace gonna go have a GoFundMe to get there in 2 seconds.
No, they could. That'll be good for me. But I could see them back in the playoffs again with a home game. You know, that'll be good for everybody. People get there and go see them play. 305 is with us, and if that is the case, that means thank everybody that came tonight, and appreciate everybody. We'll see you. We'll see you tomorrow night. How's that?
All right.
No, you guys can stay. All right, folks. I want to thank Jims. I want to thank Mudbone. Who else came up here? Jims, Mudbone. Miami Music. You guys know what Miami Music is? Yeah, I love you. I love you. I love you, Jims, man. I'll see you tomorrow. Well, Jims, Orioles and Astros tomorrow night, bro. Be here for it. I'm gonna do it again. All right.
Oh, Pacheco and Kadarius Toney should be ready week 1.
Love you. Love everybody. Thank you, people in the clouds. We'll see you tomorrow night, everybody. What about Pacheco?